Hello. I love this one. I demand to speak with Bitcoin's manager. Okay, we get a live stream for someone.
Hello. I demand to speak to Bitcoin's manager. So I get a guy in a mask.
Give me 1 second. I gotta fix the volume. Give me 1 sec. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. And I will talk about what's happening with Bitcoin. That's a great subject. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just someone confirm that they can actually hear the volume. I have like a volume issue. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's usually a volume issue when someone calls in or comes in. All right, so I think Bitcoin could, like I said, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't predict the future, but I think Bitcoin, if it's gonna crash, the lowest it'll go is 30,000. So I want everyone here to pretend that Bitcoin could go down to 30,000 before they buy it. But at the same time, I think if you can get in at 42,000 or 40,000, it's still a good price, and it could easily recover, and then it doesn't go to 30,000. But if you really want to be safe with Bitcoin, you can just sit on the sideline and wait for it to go down to 30K. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's where all of the support is right now with Bitcoin. So I can't time the market. I don't know the future, but what I do is I literally, as long as Bitcoin stays below 45,000, I try to buy like at least, $100 to $50 a day. And if it keeps going down, I buy more. If it doesn't go down, I'll keep buying on the way up. And now I'm going to drink some water. See if anyone else is on. Okay, Junior's on. Let me see if he wants to do a dual live stream. I just invited Junior.
Okay, yep, CD. Look, I know you know the name of this song, but I'm having them guess the name of the song. Whoever guesses it, I'm following them. So I'm pretty sure you know this though. You know who sings this, right?
Yeah,
All right, hold on.
do.
All right, let's see who gets it.
I'm just a bad boy.
All right, hold on. Somebody said it. Who said it? Okay, you already followed. Okay, so Julian said it first. Julian is the person that I don't follow. It's a good one, right?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna end the live, and I want you to add me back again. So, all right, just add me back again. I'm gonna try to have what's it called? Over 100 people here because I was doing like guests. I gotta change the title and everything. All right.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Okay.
Let me when I come back. Let me when I come back. I'll be back, guys.
All right, hold on, guys. I got to fix the sound. So that guy has a lot of TikTok followers, and I don't know. Should I do that now in my live streams? Play random songs and have you guys guess it? Is that how you get a lot of followers on TikTok? Let me know if you guys can hear me. And I'll go ahead and duet him again. All right, so when it gets slow, when my live stream is under 10 people like it is now, we'll start playing songs and you guys have to guess the songs. But yeah, let me see if he's back on yet. No, he's not back on yet. Okay, yeah, he's not back on. Yo, let's go, haha. So, hey, real estate prices might be coming down, guys. Right now they're saying April housing. Huh? What do you think of Ethereum? Ethereum's good. I don't know about Nano. I like Ethereum and Cardano. If you want easy money, the easy money portfolio for altcoins is Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano. There's another one I'm forgetting. Chainlink. I think those cryptos, easy money, and you're not taking a lot of risk, and there's still a lot of upside. So if you're going to do the altcoin trade, consider owning some Ethereum, some Cardano, some Polkadot, and some Chainlink. Yeah, no problem. No problem whatsoever. But yeah, we only got 7 people in this live stream. This is one of my more calm. But yeah, that was Junior Madrid, if you guys were interested. And I guess he gets like 100 people in his live stream. So I guess... Why'd you get out? You don't want a long-term hold, Matic? Yeah, I bought Bitcoin today. I think I bought like $300-400 of Bitcoin. And if you just came into the live stream, Matic took off. If you just got into the live stream, I think the resistance level for Bitcoin is 30,000. So is Bitcoin going to hit 30,000? I don't know. But I'm buying with the thought in my head that if it goes to 30,000, I can buy more. Yeah, I bought some Maker, dude. It's all good. I think I bought Maker for the yield. But that's more like a casino, man. Oh, man, you got in at 60 cents Matic. Nice. What made you buy it? Was it a YouTuber? What got you in? What got you to buy Matic so low? I don't do any options because what I do is I use... Oh, man, you sold your Cardano, dude. Yeah, that's one you don't sell. Cardano, Chainlink, and Polkadot. I'm not selling. I ain't selling it if it makes you feel better. But, yeah, I don't sell options, and the reason I don't do it is Interactive Brokers has a stock lending program. So that means as long, but by the way, you have to have a minimum of 50K, unfortunately. But let's just say I have 100K. As long as I don't do any options on my stock, they pay me $4.5 grand a year for my stocks to sit there, and then they do all the market making. So for me, I would rather just take the guaranteed 4.5% and just go long on really high quality stocks. Yeah, man. I think Coinbase under 250 is a great deal, and I think that Coinbase is going to be really profitable in the future because they don't just service people like us, they do the companies. And I think a lot of companies, like, I don't know if I told you guys, but my real estate company holds crypto, and we have a Coinbase account. So I think a lot of businesses, instead of holding cash, they're going to start holding crypto, and I think Coinbase has that. Yeah, I like VeChain. You can buy it on Interactive. No, you can't buy VeChain on Interactive Brokers. You can buy it on. Here, hold on. I'm gonna put it up. If you want to buy VeChain, you can buy it on. Here we go. You can buy it on Voyager, if you're interested. So instead of doing a blog post, I have a YouTube channel. If you're interested, you can click on my profile link, or you can just go on YouTube and put in Sina Dean Bitcoin, and I should come up. In fact, let me check that right now. I'm going to check right now. But if you go on YouTube, every live stream I do, I post it for free on YouTube. So if I give you something and you forget, or if you're just bored, because it's a good way to podcast, you know, because you can just hear the voices. Yeah, just go on the live stream on the YouTube channel. And if I were you, I would pay the $12 so there's no ads, because I hate YouTube ads. So yeah, if you pay $12 or $13, you get the premium YouTube, and so you don't get any ads and you get free music. So instead of paying a monthly fee to Apple or Spotify, I think doing the premium on YouTube is the way to go. And then you shouldn't just consume my content. There's a lot of good content on YouTube that will make you, like, I feel like what I learned, I love Chainlink. I thought what I learned at my MBA was kind of a ripoff. Did I make the right choice? I don't know. I get 4.5% on BlockFi. No, I haven't heard of the YouTube channel Vance. Let me go look right now. I'm gonna grab my phone really quick so I can look at this YouTube channel Vance. I'm gonna take your guys' advice. So if you guys have good YouTube channels, let me know right now because I'm gonna add it. I have 2 phones. Here's my second phone. So yeah, let me check this out. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, XRP. I love it when people come in here and pump their coins. But let me see. I think if you do Cena Dean Bitcoin, I come up. Yeah, if you just do Cena Dean, I come up. You don't even have to do Cena Dean Bitcoin. Yeah, I come up if you do Cena Dean. Am I Greek? No, I'm Persian. If you really guys want to go down the rabbit hole, let me show you who I'm named after. I'm named after a famous Persian doctor. 1 second, let me show you guys. It's actually entertaining. There you go. I'm named after this dude. Don't I look like him? Chatori salam. Yeah, that's Farsi. Don't I look like him? I just need the turban. I think the turban would look good on me. Instead of the hat. Spot you a hundy. Well, you must have 1,000 followers. When you get 1,000 followers, come on the live stream and I'll give you $10 of Bitcoin Cash. You know him? Matic. Yeah, dude. Avicenna. This guy's crazy smart. So I kind of want to be like him with investing, but I don't want to compare myself to him because this guy's way more gangster. But I'm trying to help everyone learn how to invest in crypto stocks and real estate and just give free advice because I know there's a lot of TikTok people that are sellouts. And, like my main goal is to never sell anything to my audience. I want to help you for free because it's the right thing to do. And also because I make a lot of money investing, so I don't need to. That's cool that you learned about him in high school. I didn't learn about him in high school. Oh, nice. Hey, you're able to do a double live. I just followed you. Oh, they even have a school? Yeah, Ibn Sina. Hey, do you want to come on and do a double duet with me? Hey, by the way, if you don't want to do a duet, yeah. Hey, do you want to do a duet with me? If not, I'm gonna. Yeah, when you hear, I'm gonna follow you right now. When you get to 1,000 followers, come on my double live. I'm gonna get you to sign up for Voyager, and I'll send you $10 of Bitcoin Cash. $10 of Bitcoin Cash for you, okay? Bitcoin Cash, not Bitcoin, because the transaction fees. Yellow Bitcoin. All right, hey, I'm gonna do a double live with this junior guy. So, but if you change your mind, dangerous news or whatever, I'll do a double live with you as well. But here we go. I'm gonna try to double live the other person. Any recommendations on where to get a loan against my crypto? Dude, it's what's it called? Celsius. Celsius is way better than BlockFi. I got a $10,000 loan with BlockFi and I regret it because Celsius has lower rates and way better deals. What's up, Mark? What's good? Hey, you can also do a double live, TikTok dad. Do you want to do a double live, Mark TikTok Dad? If not, I'm gonna. Can you teach me how to stock? Yeah. It's not hard. You actually have Cash App. Since you have Cash App, Bianca Rice, you can buy right now $10 of Bitcoin and you can buy $10 of Tesla, Amazon, or Google on Cash App. So just do a little research on your Cash App, and maybe when you're having people send you money on Cash App, put a little bit of, into stocks and crypto. And guess what? There's no fees on Cash App. That would be no fun. Okay, you don't want to do a double live? All right, I'm going to invite Junior then. We're going to do Junior first. Okay, I just invited him.
Yo, what's up?
I'm gonna watch now.
Huh?
I just want to see you do your double live. I want to watch you do your double live magic.
My double live magic. Watch this. Everybody, go ahead. First 100 people to follow him, you gotta tell me the names. You gotta tell me the names of everyone who goes in your live and follows you. I'm gonna write them down and I'm gonna follow them. All right? You want to do?
All right, cool. Thanks. Yeah, whoever follows me.
You guys gotta go to his live and you're gonna get a list and I'm gonna write them down. Okay? All right.
Okay, cool. He's pumping my live. There's already him. I went from like 28 people to 38. Holy crap! But I am getting a bunch of follows. Dang, dude. Holy crap! My live just blew up. Wow. Dang, dude. That is crazy. I've never seen my live blow up like that. I'll end the live when Bella Forage says hi. What's up, man? Dang, dude, this live just blew up.
Is there people? Is there people over there?
Yeah, I went from like 20 people to now 50 people, and I'm getting a bunch of follows. Hello.
All right. Wait, can you screenshot them? I feel like if you can screenshot them, that would be easier.
Okay, I'll read off their names. So Dessa Middle School, I eat ramen noodles, Abu Respect,
Wait,
Sizzle, Candace 991.
Bro, I can't. This yo, shit, bro. The live is lagging. You're like blah 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 blah. Like that's how much. Like, you think?
Okay. Blake Codez followed me. All right, hold on. We got a bunch of people. So we got Justin 15334, Joe Swigga.
Bro, I can't
Sizzle,
hear shit you're saying, bro.
Dylan 3562, Candice 911.
Hold on.
Junior.
Everybody who follows him, type done in my chat. You guys gotta tab.
Yeah, come back. SMS makeup.
Hold up. Okay, I can hear you better now. Everybody type done on my chat. So we got Candace.
People got bored. A bunch of people came in and then they left. Baby.
All right, cause they're typing done here. So underscore Dan. That's a lot of names, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Blake, we got Y. Around how many follows do you think you got?
Easily like 20 follows, 30 follows.
All right.
Candace.
B3. Dylan, Candace is a pretty great gifter. Thank you, Candace. 6562.
Have you heard of XRP?
Yo, wait. Huh?
Have you heard of XRP? Has anyone ever brought up XRP in your live streams?
XRP, what do you mean?
It's a crypto. Someone just put in my live stream. Want to talk about XRP? You're not legal yet, right? How old do you have to be? You have to be 18 to buy crypto, right? How old are you?
Nah, bro. I'm 17. I'm about to turn 18.
Nice. Hey, so when you turn 18, can I give you some free Bitcoin? I'm gonna gift you some Bitcoin, okay? When you turn 18. When's your birthday?
You're gonna give me some free. How do I get free Bitcoin?
You're gonna have to get a Bitcoin wallet. I'll help you do everything.
listen, I want to get into investing, bro. I'm trying
Yeah,
to invest.
exactly. I'm gonna help you because like one of my followers is like, I thought this is crypto talk, and someone else is talking about Cardano. So when's
Thanks,
your
man.
birthday?
I'm trying to see where I can start, man. Trying to figure out where to
Yeah, no,
start.
no, no. When's your birthday? Because I want my followers to follow you, and we're gonna do this for your birthday.
My
When's your
birthday is
birthday?
October.
October? Okay, cool. Okay, so everyone, wait for October. We're gonna do a double live stream when you can legally own some crypto.
Yeah.
Is your Wi-Fi struggling?
Double live.
I think you have too many people on your live stream. I think that's why you're lagging, man. When you have like hundreds and hundreds of people.
I have way many right here, bro. It's to a point where it's lagging.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, they're just
Joe Swigga. Let me give Joe Swigga. He sent a bunch of presents. Joe Swigga, thank you.
literally 80 comments saying done, and I'm literally only like the 9th one. You guys better have followed it for real. You guys better have followed it for real.
Is your phone overheating? Is your phone turning on fire right now?
My phone's overheating a lot.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Hold up, I think I should cool it down. You think I should end the live for 10 minutes and then come back?
Maybe, but hold on. Before I get off of your live stream, so your birthday's October what?
My birthday's October
23rd. 22nd. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you go. If your
23rd.
thing is lagging. Oh, 23rd?
23rd.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lagging. So let's go ahead and end the live stream. But let's set that up, all right, for your birthday. I'm gonna come on. We'll do a double live, and we're gonna get you some Bitcoin. Okay.
All right.
All right. Later, man. Talk to you soon.
Dang, dude. Candace just sent me a bunch of presents. Hey, Candace, do you want to do a double live? Candace, since you gave me 60 presents, do you want to come on this live stream? By the way, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me or no? Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. Oh, you got unmuted? Why did they mute you, man? That stinks. All right, so Candace, go ahead and do you know how to go live, Candace? If you've ever gone live, you just go live and yo, my brother. Oh, here we go.
Hey,
How we doing?
doing good, doing good. So, my green screen's been messing up. I got my portfolio green screen figured out, but it's cutting off like 3/4 of my portfolio when I show it.
It's okay. Let's see your green screen stocks. Show it to us.
And this was actually from earlier today.
Hey, Candace, you're gonna have to wait. Someone else wanted to do a double live stream. Let me finish my live stream with Mr. Cox. Should I call you that, or what should I call you?
Oh, there we go. Yep, that's fine. Casey works too.
Casey.
But...
Okay, I like American Airlines. That's not bad.
Yep. And then there's Total SA there. And then there's that One Oak is a local Oklahoma natural gas company.
Okay, cool.
All of these I've been into since July or August of last year. So not even a full year yet.
But look at your returns. That's crazy. So you doubled your money on American Airlines.
Yes, I did.
And dude, you should have put more money. Like everything you've invested in is green.
Yeah, and then
everything you picked is green.
The two new ones that I added in there are American Financial and Annaly Capital.
All right, can I give you a stock pick for you right now?
Sure.
Apple, man. You should add some Apple. It's cheap. Yeah. Buy some Apple and buy some Amazon when you get a chance.
Yep. There's what my One Oak looked like.
Yeah.
And that shows what I have invested into it and where it's at.
Your stock picks are really good. To be honest, to get like 91%. So it's hilarious. If I tell you to buy Apple, you're not going to probably make as much money. but it makes it safe. It makes your portfolio a little safer with Apple and
Yep.
Amazon.
Yep. I'm
But
just kind of scrolling
that's
through
really
the different
cool.
ones that I took pictures of the other day. See, there's
Yeah.
my American Airlines. I invested, or no, that's my American Financial. I invested 922. I'm already at 948 on it.
Nice. Dude, I'm proud of you, dude. You're
But my
very good with your stock picks.
four
Very
dollars and
good.
67 cents back in July into American Airlines, and now it's up to
Yeah.
over $9.69.
Yeah, man. Good for you,
Um,
dude. I'm really proud of you.
yeah, my American Airlines is sitting at 966, up 106.87% right now.
Good job.
So
I'm proud of
that's
you, man.
probably my best one that I have.
Okay, cool,
And
dude.
see there,
Yeah.
July 22nd, I purchased the 467. That was July 22nd of last year. So I've already
Don't you wish
doubled
you
my
put
money in less than
$100?
a year.
Don't you wish you put $100?
Yeah, I wish I would have had $100. See, and that's what it was doing to me the other day. It was showing like that.
Yeah,
I couldn't get nothing
yeah,
to show up.
yeah.
But I finally
But you're
figured it
doing
out.
really
So
well, man. You got to continue what you're doing. If it's
yeah.
$5, $10 every month, just keep putting
my
it in, man. You're doing a good job.
my
I'm proud of
total
you.
return right now is up 31.92, and my percent change is up 64.35% on the total portfolio.
Good work, man. And it's a
So
snowball. Right now your snowball is like a little small snowball, but keep
yeah,
rolling that snowball and it's going to grow, 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 grow. And then, 10, 20 years from now, dude, that's going to easily be 100 grand. I know in 10 or
and
20 years, if you're consistent.
the other day you had given me some ETFs to look at, and for some reason on Stash I could not find them. I don't know
Don't
if I
worry about it for now. For now, don't worry about it. I think to be honest, you're doing really good with your stock picks. So I don't want to like ruin your mojo, but if you want to get boring, you can buy some Apple and some Amazon and Google. Google's another good one I
Google.
like.
Google's
But
another
keep
one.
doing what you're doing. I don't want to tell you to stop because you got 100%. Like most
Yeah,
fund managers get like 10% and they're happy. So the fact you got
right,
100% on American Airlines, so just keep
right.
doing what you're doing. I
When
mean, I
now
just think
now with that 100% return on American Airlines, when would you say would be a good time to kind of think about pulling it out and putting it elsewhere? Maybe
probably soon. I think soon
soon.
because they're going to peak. Yeah, I think the airlines are going to peak. But to be honest, dude, I kind of think you should let it roll too. Like, I don't know. That's a good
Let it roll to
question. Do
see
you
where its
agree?
peak's going to be at.
Yeah, because eventually the airline should hit a peak. But I would sell your other ones if they don't move as fast. Like if SA doesn't move as fast as American Airlines, maybe, I don't know, man. I don't really want you to sell anything. I think you just keep adding. I just think
Add
what you
to
need
it and
to do.
get it more diversified.
Yeah, yeah. So like let's just say you're saving $10 a month. See if you can do something to save $20 a month. I think the main thing is you're already good with your stock picks. I think you just got to figure out ways to put in more money into the account, and that way your
Right.
snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But
And
so
with
far
that
you're
type
doing
of
a
return
really
there,
good job.
should I look into
Like you're
stable
doing
coin
better
and
than
things
me.
like that?
I don't think so. I think what you're doing, it's just more of putting more money in. Like to be honest, your returns right now are better than mine. And it's hilarious. I've been in the stock market for 10 years. And I mean, most people probably won't tell you this, but you just picking these random stocks has done better than me.
This was
So it's the only
my
advantage.
dad. This was totally my dad sitting down with me last July, going, I was like, look, it's in the pandemic. I'm running out of money. I've got like $50 I want to start with to invest just so that I can get something going if we get in the situation again. And he said, well, here's what I'm in. I'm in American Airlines, I'm in Total SA, and I'm in One Oak. And right now they're
Okay.
at the bottom of where they're going to be at. And within a year, they're going to peak. And here we are less than a year
Yeah, he's
later and
right,
they're
dude. I
peaking.
would listen to
So,
your dad, dude. If your dad tells you, okay, so I would do this. If your dad says sell American Airlines, I would do it. If he says to sell those stocks, go ahead and sell them. And then once again, if you're not going to get the crazy growth that you got, but if you put into
right,
like Apple or Amazon, it's safe, and for the
right,
next 10 years, it's gonna keep growing and it's going to
right.
keep making money.
Right. And
But
eventually it'll build up to something.
oh no, yeah, yeah. In 10 years, you should 5x, maybe 10x your money, but you just have to
Right.
wait. So the main
Right.
thing, what I would do is just figure out ways where you can save money and put in, a little bit more money into your stocks. But the fact that you started and you see like you're getting all these greens, like this is setting you up that in the next 20 or 30 years, as you make money, you just put a little bit away. I promise you, you'll easily have $100,000 of stock if you stay consistent. It might be in 10 years, it might be in 20 years, but you'll have 100 grand, no problem.
Right, right. And I'm getting ready to change jobs too, and that's gonna it's paying me about double what I'm making right now. So
Oh, nice.
that'll
Yeah, that
hopefully
should help.
allow me to be
Just
able
keep
to
your
invest more.
lifestyle the same. If you can
Yep.
keep your lifestyle the same for the next 10 or 20 years, you'll be able to just retire. You know what I mean? Like if you can stay
Right.
on that same lifestyle and not like, oh, I need a brand new this or I need a brand new that.
Right.
If you can just wait and like just, just be country, just be
Yeah.
country and
Yeah.
not
Exactly. And
money.
that's how I am
Don't
anyway.
be
I'm always
Hollywood.
smart with my money. So yeah.
Yeah. No, you'll easily. I hope that we stay in touch on TikTok, but I think
Oh
in
yeah,
10
for
to 20
sure.
years, yeah, 10 to 20 years, you'll have 100 grand and then you can go buy yourself a ranch or what's your dream when you got 100 grand? What are you going to buy? A ranch house or what are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm kind of that one that wants to take my money, and if I get it to 100 grand, I want to put it in something and wait another 10 years and watch it turn into 5 or 10 million. I mean, that's
Okay.
just.
Okay. You're Warren Buffett, dude. Warren Buffett would be proud of you. You're the Oracle of Omaha, right? He's in Oklahoma, right? Buffett?
Yeah,
No, he's in
Oklahoma.
Nebraska.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm in
he's in,
Oklahoma.
okay. Okay. But Warren Buffett's in Nebraska, right? I think
I
he's
think
in
so. I
Nebraska.
think so.
Okay.
I think
But you're
so. Yeah.
close to him.
Yeah.
We should go
Close to
visit him. If you buy his stock, no, legit, if you buy his stock, it's like really expensive. It's like 100 grand or 200 grand. But if you buy it, we can go and you can meet with him. He has like an open like meeting. As long as you can own one of his shares, you can go to Nebraska and he does like a yearly event and a bunch of people come.
There
We'll
you
have to
go.
live stream it.
Hell yeah. I'd buy into it and then take you as my plus one.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. If you can get it, it's called Berkshire Hathaway and it's like the A stock, not the B
Yeah.
stock. But yeah, it's kind of like a good way to flex if you can get it. But all right, well, thank you. Let's stay in touch. Just come
Yeah.
back. Whenever you make your buys, just like come back and let me know what you bought, and I'll give you my opinion. But I really like your dad, man. I think your dad is giving you good information. And when they say
Yeah.
when something works, don't stop.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
to
If
your
it's
dad.
not broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't fix it. Exactly. And I think the best way for you to grow is just to keep your lifestyle the same. As long as you don't want like really like fancy stuff, it's
Right.
just that snowball is going to keep going and going and going and going.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, I have to restart my phone. Okay, cool. So, Candace, do you want to come on the live stream? Candace 911. Dragon Coin. I think I bought some Dragon Coin. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix the volume. Okay, the volume should be fixed. So just go live, Candace. I don't know if you've ever gone live, but you can invite me once you go live. What are the best stock apps? I really like Cash App. If you're starting out with Cash App, I would do that. And then the best one is actually Interactive Brokers, but I would do Interactive Brokers when you have more than $2,000. Okay, cool. Invite me, Candace, and we'll talk. But let me know, Bianca. You should be able to buy. You should be able to buy Bitcoin on Cash App. So I think that's where you should start. Do some Bitcoin, do some Tesla, some Amazon, some Apple. Hello, Bella. I prefer TD Ameritrade. Yeah, that's not a bad one. I don't mind that. Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you coming on the live stream, and it's really cool to have beginners, dude. Because once again, me with my stock picks, it's just not the same as like a beginner, and so I really do appreciate anyone here who's like a beginner. I forgot your first name, father of 200. Well, Casey, I think your name is. Yeah, I love Square.
What happened, man?
I don't know. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Hey,
Well, why is he so popular? Why is Junior so popular? Can you tell me? Like, what's the secret?
I don't know.
He
I
has
just
like
like
followers. He's got like a ton of followers.
yeah. I'm a big fan. He followed me back.
Yeah. So what does he do? What's so entertaining? Does he
Like,
sing? He
like
dances?
he just does like if Billy joins, he's gonna end the live, or if Little Nas joins, he's gonna end the live and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. That's really cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for the follow. And when you become 18 and you want to buy some stocks in cryptocurrencies, let me know.
I'm the one that gave you the gift.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But in the
Yeah, no
future, don't give
problem.
me any gifts. In the future, don't give me gifts. Instead, I want you to take that money and buy some Bitcoin. But you're not old enough yet, so you got to wait till you're 18.
I need to wait like 8 years.
Okay, dude. We got a 10-year-old. Okay, we got you trained. So hold on. In 2029, right? In
Yeah.
2029, you're gonna come back on this live stream, and we're gonna get you some Bitcoin. We're gonna give you
I
some Bitcoin. And look at the price of Bitcoin right now. I think it's like $40,000. I bet you when you're 18, it's gonna be $1 million. That's the
yeah.
prediction I'm making. When you're 18, Bitcoin
Same.
will be $1 million.
I'm gonna be rich.
There you go. There you go. All
Nice.
right, man. Well, it was nice talking to you. Thank you for the follow. And then yeah, don't worry about the gifts. If you ever want to come back on my live stream, don't you don't have to send me gifts, dude. I really appreciate it, but it's not necessary.
No, it's okay.
Okay, well I appreciate it, man, and keep watching me so you can learn. I mean, maybe at 10 it's too young, but at 13 or 14, you're gonna want to learn from me. But if you start
Okay.
at 10, you'll be ahead.
Okay.
All right, thank you for coming on the live stream, man. Appreciate it.
No, no
Have
problem.
a great day. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. I think the volume isn't going to be bad. Let me know if you can hear me. Is the volume low? Yeah, we hear me. Is the volume low? Yeah, we did party. It looks like we did party. Ripped fisherman. Maybe in Louisiana, dude. I did Mardi Gras. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, how's it going,
My
man?
favorite. My favorite. How you
How's it
doing?
going? What's in
Dude,
your
I just had
background?
a 10-year-old. I had a 10-year-old come on my live stream. Have you had little kids come on your live stream yet or no? Like they
Yeah, I
invite
have.
you? Dude,
Yeah,
it's
I have.
crazy,
Grandkids invite
dude.
me.
Imagine when we were 10 years old, like we would go outside, right? Or play like
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Wait, how many followers did that 10-year-old have? That's
6,000. 6,000 followers.
6,000? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Because they do these things called like follow me parties. So like it was crazy. But anyways, this one of these guys, he likes like my Bitcoin follower. He likes my
Right.
Bitcoin videos. And so he has like 400,000 followers. And I guess like on his live streams, he's just like, follow me and I'll follow you back. And he literally pumped me. He like before you came on here, he came on my live stream and he's like, everyone go in this guy's live stream. And like literally I went from like 10 people in my live stream to like 70 or 80 people and they all followed me. It was
Are
crazy. He
you
just pumped me like
joking?
that.
Wait,
No,
so
I'm not joking, but
that
they're
was
all
the
kids.
10-year-old
Like,
that was doing it.
no, it wasn't a 10-year-old. It's a
Oh,
17-year-old that pumped me. And I told him,
right.
so his birthday is October 23rd. I'm going to give him $100. Since you don't want any Bitcoin, I'm going to give him $100 of Bitcoin. Or no, Bitcoin Cash because I don't want to pay the transaction fees. But yeah, for his
Right.
18th birthday, I give him some crypto.
Oh, okay. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Good trade-off.
And so you want to introduce yourself because I don't know if my audience knows of you, but you're like basically you're now an MBA student, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't attended like a class, but yeah. Yeah, it's official. Like I got everything like I'm already doing the pre-steps. Like I just got my immunization done yesterday. Had to go to the doctor. So all that good
And
stuff.
so what I appreciate about you, you're more of a value investor, right? You're like your mindset when it comes to investing, it's more about value and cash flow, correct?
Right, right. I focus on cash flow. Yeah, it's the most important
Exactly.
part.
And so we have different investing styles, but I think what he's doing is right, especially when you start out, because my investing style, I want to be 100% honest to everyone. I'm way more aggressive because I'm trying to also avoid taxes. So, you look for dividends, you look for cash flow, but for me, because I already get cash flow from real estate, I'm looking for high growth, no dividends because I don't want to pay the taxes in California.
Right. It makes
And
sense.
that's
Like,
why
for me, it's not necessarily dividends, right? Like, I don't necessarily focus on dividends. As long as they have like operational cash flow, free cash flow, really. Like, they don't take that much capital to invest in their field. The ones who have the highest return on investment capital. That's basically it. They don't necessarily have to pay those dividends. In fact, I'd prefer if they keep those dividends internally to like basically grow their business more.
Yeah,
So
because you also you're in the 6-figure club for income, so California gets you pretty good, right? Because like once you go over 160K, they start to like take a lot of your money, right? I think that's like the tax bracket.
So past 100, anything past 105K, it gets very hard to make your deductions. Like even if you max out your 401k, IRA, HSA, first of all, you won't be allowed for an IRA anymore. So right when you're getting taxed high, they already prevent you from using tax deferred accounts.
Hey, so why is that? California doesn't allow you to deduct your IRA
No, no,
anymore?
no, no. So that's not what I mean. I mean like when you put money into an IRA, there's income limitations. Um, I think past 75K, you're no longer allowed to put into an IRA. But you could lower that. You could increase that to 105K if you max out all your retirement accounts. Past
So
105K, you're screwed. No more IRA for you. You can do a 401k still, but the IRA, you're not going to get a tax deduction on it, so it becomes better to do a Roth at that
okay,
point.
that's why
Past
you do the Roth. Okay. Okay,
right.
so I would do that too then. Okay, so in the future, when I know my income breaks 105, I should highly consider doing a Roth because I'm not going to get the
No, no,
deduction
that's
on.
your only reason because that's the only thing you can do because by the time 75K, you're no longer allowed to take a deduction. You can increase that to 105K with all your tax deductions, but past 105K, you're forced to go Roth. So
Okay,
it
cool.
goes like this: when you're making like below 55K, Roth makes more sense. Then between 55 to 105K, the traditional IRA and the 401k makes sense. And then past 105K, Roth IRA is the only thing you can't do.
And to be honest, the Roth IRA might sound better because like the Roth IRA, when you take the money out, it's not taxed, correct?
Right, but the thing is, you control the amount that you'll withdraw from your IRA and 401k, right? So technically, you're not taxed on those gains until you withdraw it. If you withdraw a
But
small
hold on.
amount, you're not taxed at all. I mean, you're taxed very little, right?
Hypothetically, let's just say
Mm-hmm.
in the future, because that's the problem is you can't predict the future. So let's just say you want to withdraw from your IRA in the future,
Mm-hmm.
and what if like it goes crazy where there's like an 80% tax rate in the
Right, right.
future,
So
right? Where with the
they'll increase the tax rate, but they'll definitely like make sure that it's dependent on the person's income. It's progressive, right? Like how it is right now. Like they're not going to say we're going to tax 80%. We're going to do an 80% tax on poor people. They're never going to do that. So if
but
you're
on a
only
rich people,
withdrawing,
imagine you're rich. Pretend you have like $10 million of assets, right? Pretend
then
you were
that's
like,
yeah,
and then
then
they
that's the
do it where
problem.
if you
So
pull it
if you're
out, you got
rich,
to put.
and you have that kind of you don't want to withdraw any 401k or IRA at all, what you'll do is, since you're very rich, is you'll just let your kids inherit that, and then they can withdraw it and then just not work, and then they'll get like a you know like a free taxable thing, or a small tax burden from withdrawing. But
Okay,
that is the problem. That is the problem.
I got
You
some
could
good
also there's
questions.
also a couple other ways. You could do a Rob's 401k, which is
What's that?
essentially like you create a C corp, and then you purchase the C corp shares using your 401k, and then you can use
What?
like pre-tax money
What?
after tax on like whatever you want to do.
Okay,
But I mean,
I'm gonna have to like record this, man. I'm gonna put this on
but
YouTube. What you're
that's
saying is
the
mind
problem
blowing.
though. there's a problem there though. Like now it's a C corp, right? You know how C corps work; they're double taxed, so it's
Yeah.
like it's a crappy way to like people always complain like corporate taxes, but corporate taxes are double taxed. They're taxed at the corporate level and then as dividends at the individual level. So
Okay.
it's one way to avoid the spending after tax money pre-tax, but then you're gonna have to figure out how you want to like expense stuff. Maybe you could use the corporation for expensing like a car that you use for work. Quotations.
So I have some good questions, man, and I appreciate these questions. I'm gonna ask Nerd Finance because once again, man, this guy doesn't have an MBA yet, but I think he knows more than me. Like I got my MBA in 2014, but some of this stuff, man, I am really impressed when I have these conversations with Nerd Finance. He really knows his stuff. So one was like, okay, I know you can get a loan on your IRA, but can you get a loan on your Roth IRA?
No,
Can
so
you do
you
that?
can't get a loan on your IRA at all. You can't get a loan on
Okay.
your Roth either. You can withdraw from a Roth IRA because it's after tax contributions that you're putting in there.
I thought you can get a loan and you pay your IRA interest. So I thought you can take like $10,000. No, you can't do that. Whoops.
That's a 401k. You can get a 401k loan. Now
Oh,
the risk with a
see?
401k loan is if you lose your job, you have to pay the whole thing. So
Okay.
that's the problem.
Okay. What about life insurance policies? What are your thoughts on that to avoid taxes on life insurance policies?
So yeah, that's one of the reasons that people say life insurance is good. Like if you want to avoid taxes, but the dumb part about that kind of reasoning is that yeah, sure, you're avoiding taxes, but if you're already rich, why do you even need like you're only gonna be taxed because you're rich, right? So that's one. So if you're afraid of getting taxed, why would you go for the life insurance route? Because you're already rich. It doesn't matter. Just don't. You don't need insurance when you're rich, right? Because you
Yeah,
you
you have
get
assets.
you get life insurance to ensure your labor capital is protected. So like when you feel like when you're young and you have a bright future, you get life insurance to protect like your kids or even just your labor capital. Like in case you die, you could give the money to your parents if you die, you know. And so that's basically what life insurance is. I would never do anything above term life insurance. So like if I had kids, I would get. I have term life insurance right now. Like I think I'm insured for like 500K. But so if I were to die, my parents would get 500,000. That kind of deal.
Okay.
But term life is as much as I'd go because anything above that, you're paying premiums. You're paying for bells and whistles that are expensive.
And also with insurance, people don't realize this, but you can lose coverage, right? Because the whole business model of insurance, if you do anything wrong in their policy, they'll deny you, right? And if you die in like a way that's, not covered, you don't get the money. And I love this comment. Insurance is a scam, just save. So my house caught on fire. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm still waiting. It's been like 90 days. They've given me zero. So it's like I pay my insurance premium on time every month. And now that my house caught on fire and it's been 90 days, my clothes caught on fire, my furniture caught on fire. I'm lucky that I have my girlfriend Annie to stay with because I would normally have to go like rent a place. But yeah,
Right.
it's been 90 days and my insurance company is still investigating. So don't get Lemonade Insurance because I know that their ads, you see a lot of ads for Lemonade Insurance. I don't know, man, but they will find ways not to cover you if you do anything wrong.
Right. No, I buy it. I mean, people deal with that with car insurance, right? Although, yeah, I paid for a lot of different kinds of insurance, but I've never gotten a payout ever. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And when it comes to your payout, they'll screw you. That's why I hate insurance. Now, this is
Right.
a good one. I want you to confirm. If you're buying a house, you can borrow from your 401k, no interest, no penalties.
You can
Is
borrow
that
from your 401k. Interest, no, you can still get charged interest. No penalties. You could borrow, no penalties. There's usually limitations though. For 401k, it's 50,000. You could do like a 50. It depends on the plan itself, but I've seen plans where they allow you to do a 50k general loan, which is whatever you want to do with it, and then another 50k for a down payment for a house. And you could
okay?
So I've seen some terms that vary. Like some terms they'll allow you to pay it off in 30 years or 25 years for a 50,000 loan, right? For through your 401k, which is funny because most people don't even work that long at a company. And keep in mind these loans that you're doing with your 401k, the minute you get laid off, you have to pay them off. So
That's
um
crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. So if you guys have questions about 401ks, I obviously am clueless and you should follow Nerd Finance because I don't know because I actually don't have a 401k because I own a real estate company. So for me, I don't have a 401k. Huh?
My bro, you should do like a solo 401k. I don't know if you've heard of that. So if
I
you're
have a
running
SEP
your own,
one. SEP?
huh?
SEP? I have a SEP
Yeah, so
401k. Is that it?
A SEP IRA. I think it's more of a SEP IRA. A SEP IRA, it's not as good. A solo 401k, um, if you have like massive amounts of profits, you could shelter off $50,000
On a
in tax.
solo one, but a SEP I can't?
SEP, I think it's limited. I think it's just limited to like a typical IRA or like slightly above. I don't know. I can't remember. But solo 401k is something you need to look at if you're getting taxed on a ton of profit. I know
What
you mentioned
company do
before
you
your company,
recommend?
huh?
What, because I know I use right now for my SEP, I'm using Merrill Lynch. What company
Mm-hmm.
can give me the solo 401k? Do you
401k,
know?
Fidelity, but it's I've done it with Fidelity, but for a person I know, but it's a bit of an issue to run it with them because you have to like call them to create the account to like make deposits to the account. But I mean, you only do this once a year, right? Once you figure out what your
Yeah,
profits
yeah.
are, what you can put into the solo 401k. So it's only like a once in a year problem. But I don't know of any other place where it's more simpler. I would if I
Okay.
could, but
And
Fidelity is a
Vanguard.
good brokerage nonetheless.
They're saying Vanguard you can do it too. Party Finance. By the way, have you ever done a dual live with Party Finance or not yet?
No, I
No?
don't think so. No, I don't
Okay,
think so. I've
Party
seen some of
Finance. Do
his
you
lives.
add him? You guys need to add each other. I think you
No,
guys would
no,
love talking.
I think we are friends, but I've
Okay,
seen some of
cool,
his
cool.
TikToks and lives.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And then the other person, the four of us need to get on a Zoom. I want to do like a Zoom of the four of us. But have you ever
yeah,
talked to Ryan? Ryan Finance?
yeah, yeah. I've been on
Yeah,
his
the four of
lives.
us. Because like, have you seen what's it called? Millennial Money? We could do our own Millennial Money with the four of us.
I thought you I thought he was in Millennial Money. I would have been interested to watch it.
No, 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 no. But we could do Millennial Money, even though Party Finance is younger than us. Because Ryan, I think, is like 26, and then Party
Okay,
Finance 24, and then you're 32.
right, right.
Yeah, and I'm the grandpa. I need a cane, guys. Give me the grandpa a cane. But
Hey,
yeah,
but
you
you're
guys are
probably
my
the richest
favorite.
one, so you got
Yeah,
millions.
but the main reason I want to bring this up is that I grew up in Newport Beach, so like
Right.
you have to realize that like if you grow up in an affluent area, I know people are
Ryan's
going to be
on
like,
right now. He's on my live, by the way.
oh
No, but
yeah.
tell me more about Newport Beach.
I just want to say that like, dude, there's a huge advantage when you live in an affluent area. So like if you guys are trying to make retarded money, it makes sense. Like, do you know who Chamath is? The Indian guy,
Yeah,
Chamath.
yeah. The ones
So
who made SPACs that lost a lot of money.
He left Canada to come to Silicon Valley, and that's how he became rich. So if you guys really, because like if you can live in like like I had a guy that came on my live stream. If you live in
Mhm.
Oklahoma, that's great, but your opportunities are going to be really limited in Oklahoma. And the same, and maybe it changes now with technology, but I feel like with you, right? You're at LA, you're going to USC, your earning potential and like what you can do becomes so much greater because you're in a major city like Los Angeles, and you're also in one of the best business schools, USC, right? So
Right.
anyone out there, if you really want to make it big, you should consider moving to like a San Francisco, LA, New York, Miami. Miami's becoming like a financial hub. Austin, right?
Miami is really. I
Yeah,
didn't think
New
Miami
York. A
because
lot of people are leaving New York. A lot of banking companies and crypto. If you're super into crypto, Miami's trying to become like the New York or the Wall Street of crypto is Miami, believe it or
right,
not.
right. Anyway, so since Ryan Finance is on here, you should tell him about your plans to do like a four-way Zoom call?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here's the deal, because Party Finance is in my live stream. So the four of us, we can do, because I know I've done the Zoom call or whatever. I do. What is it? Because you have to record it. So what is it? Shoot, Skype. So the
Right.
four of you guys. So me, Party Finance, Ryan Finance, or is that what he's called? Yeah, Ryan Finance and Nerd Finance. We're gonna do a four-way call, and we're gonna do our own version of Millennial Money. But I guess we should call it like Gen Z hybrid Millennial Money, because we got like, wouldn't Party Finance technically be, if you're 24, you're technically Gen Z now, right?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know what the
Okay.
breakup
Now
points.
this is a good question. Bitcoin might
Hey,
go down
Cena,
more. Are you gonna? Oh,
Cena,
go
you
ahead.
should change your name, man. Since Party Finance, Ryan Finance, Nerd Finance, like
Oh,
Cena
he's
Finance.
25, by
So,
the way. No,
huh?
dude, I'm sorry. I want to be like like Meet Kevin. I'm gonna be like different than everyone else, you know?
You're gonna run for
I'm
governor, dude?
dude, I'm gonna vote for him. Are you? Do you
I don't
like
know.
Newsom?
Huh?
I mean, do you think Newsom, do you think the governor of California has done a good job?
No
Newsom, he's been
way.
in power.
Absolutely not, man. We got
Yeah,
like homeless people
exactly.
everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere, dude. And what's
Yeah.
sad is, okay, I caught my dad. My dad gave money to Newsom. He got scammed because he's all like, "Oh, Republicans are going to take over California," and I'm like, "Look, dude, we had Schwarzenegger, and Schwarzenegger wasn't even that bad." And like, yeah, so I convinced my dad not to give any more money to Newsom. But yeah, we need him to go, man. I think Newsom has been terrible with all the homeless people, and he's kind of just like a corporate
And we have a
sellout.
budget surplus, like a 70 billion budget surplus. So on top of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
and it's gonna go to his homies. He's gonna give it all to his friends. He's the definition of
yeah.
corrupt politician.
He's done a really bad job. How long has he been? Like maybe 6 years now?
Yeah, but he's been in California politics for 17 years and he's done nothing.
Well, I
So,
mean, I'm
and
just
it's like,
judging him as a governor. As a governor, like, the what's happening in LA is pretty bad, and I'm assuming it's the same case for all of California. Like
no.
they
So
just
I
have too
want to
much
tell you
red
this.
tape. Hmm?
In Newport Beach, I think they shoot homeless people, like low key. I think if they don't shoot them, they transport them out. But there's no homeless people where I live, and like we
No,
had
no.
a
So
surge.
back where I
We had a
am,
surge. Go ahead.
they had homeless people. Like I think 20 years ago or like 15 years ago, they would pick up the homeless people and drop them off at like the ghetto. Like that's what they used to do. But they caught it on a newspaper, so they stopped doing that as a policy for cops.
So our cities, I know Costa Mesa and Newport Beach, they actually just bought their own homeless shelter. They put it in Santa Ana, which is like a crappy city.
That's
And so
hilarious. Yeah,
they started setting them there, and then the city sued them. They're like, "Hey, this is not fair to us that you guys
that's
bought this homeless
hilarious.
shelter."
No, that's so funny, man. They just bought it like a neighborhood away, and then that's where they drop. Well, that's where the cops drop off all the homeless people.
Yeah. What's up, Cyberfly Jedi? And then, so would you buy Bitcoin? So someone asked me, is Bitcoin going to go down? So I think Bitcoin's support is 30,000. If Bitcoin goes down to 30,000, would you buy some? Or are you still like no Bitcoin?
Dude, I honestly, even if Bitcoin was $100, I would have sold all the Bitcoin. Like that's just how much I don't believe in it. Yeah, right. In hindsight, I wouldn't have done that, right? If I knew it was going to go to 30,000. But the thing is, like, if all I saw was it going from $0 to $100, and I had this thing called Bitcoin, I would sell it right then and there. Maybe even 10. Like like it's an artificial number to me. That's the thing, because I don't understand why people value it so much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Except for the appreciation.
the whole idea, it's like, it's the digital scarcity, right? It's a fixed supply that is
Right.
scarce, because like, why is gold, worth a lot? And it's like the
Right.
convenience of being able to transfer wealth across anywhere. And for me too, like, okay, I want to just tell you this. I prefer to own less stuff now. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I'm kind of a minimalist. Like, I don't want a big house. I don't want a nice car. I would rather have more stocks in Bitcoin and just be low key, like wealthy, right? Like, I don't want to let nice chains. I don't want nice watches. I don't want any of that. Like, I would rather look like a hillbilly, like the way I dress right now, and just be low key. To be honest, like, maybe when you're young and you're trying to pick up chicks, you want to flex, but even then, like, it kind of stinks. But like at a certain point, I feel like having hidden wealth is way cooler, and that's why I prefer to just own Bitcoin or stocks, because they go up in value. I don't have to work, and anything that I buy, I eventually lose it or break it or it gets
Right.
stolen or people get jealous.
Right. I mean, I learned my lesson on flexing. Like I had a, Mercedes Benz when I was like, 2 years out of school.
Nice.
So, I mean, it was cool. Like I remember like some chick who would pull up like, "You went to UCLA?" And that's also a Mercedes Benz. So like it would surprise people that I meet like at a club or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like Ryan Finance was saying, like it's tough to um like to flex on Bitcoin people though, because people who invest in Bitcoin are like so adamant. They believe in it so hard, and I know you do too. Like you love the
But hold on,
crypto.
I'm ready to jump ship if there's a better Bitcoin. I just don't
Mhm.
think there's one yet. I do think Ethereum and Cardano can eventually become better Bitcoins, but I'm
Well, they
not
have
like
more
sold.
utility, right? So like
Yes,
with
exactly.
Ethereum, it's proven that you can create other shit coin or crypto coins with it, and like you could create NFTs, and people are using those NFTs. So these, and then the smart contracts, like they obviously all have value. But what does Bitcoin do? Like that's just if I create a random limited crypto coin of one with a supply of one, like are you gonna buy it for, like let's say the Federal Reserve prints 5 trillion? Does my one supply of nerd coin, is that gonna go up by 5 trillion? Like
Yeah,
that's
no,
that's
that's
basically
true.
what the argument for Bitcoin, that it was first, which is just because you're first. I don't
Has the
think.
hash power, right? So it has the hash power, which makes it a safer network because right now, I guess it's not as like a big of a deal. But when these other cryptos become worth the same value as Bitcoin, let's say now these cryptos are worth $1 trillion, it makes
Right.
more sense now for hackers to try to like hack the system and hack the blockchain. And that's the one thing is Bitcoin has the strongest computer network. And really quick, because people always ask me this, like, oh, are you buying Bitcoin daily or are you waiting it to go down? So I do dollar cost average. Isn't that how you invest too? Or no?
No, most
You
of my
do
money
dollar.
goes into cash, and then I just deploy it in blocks, like large blocks. So
You
like
don't
if
do
I have a,
averaging?
huh?
Do you do okay, like let's just say I wanted to invest $1,000 into Bitcoin. I mean, do you wait for a certain price and then you put $1,000? Or do you split it up $100, $100,
Blocks,
$100?
dude, just like bang. I drop it all at once, and then I
Oh,
leave it, and then
really?
I go.
Okay, why? What's your so instead of averaging, why do you do the block instead? What's
But
your like thought?
so I mean, look, if you're gonna invest in anything, like it needs to be worth your time. You can't be just researching something and then just drop like $100, right? Because that'd be kind of silly. So like usually, I have an idea of of the stuff that I want to buy, right? And the best one that I want to buy, I'll buy a huge block of that, like all at once. So if, like let's say I like ZZZ, right? Let's say I like ZZZ, I'm gonna
Well, how
wait
about this? He told
until.
me I want to say one of my favorite. He told me to buy United Healthcare. I'm so happy because well, everything else crashed. United Healthcare went up. So let's
Yeah, but it
talk
should
about
be.
United Healthcare because like to be honest, I averaged in and I kind of
Mhm.
regret averaging into United Healthcare because if I did what you did and just bought a block, it would have been better because when you told me to buy United Healthcare, it was like
Yeah, yeah.
$328.
So when you asked me that question, like I wasn't thinking like, oh, these are companies that I like. Like, no, these are companies that I'm literally looking at. Like, if like I see that I have like a huge block to allocate, that's where I'm gonna do it. And I actually already allocated my money there. So like those I knew were still good, right? Because they didn't appreciate as much yet. So that's basically how I invest. Most of the money goes into cash. It doesn't go directly to stocks. And then once I hit like a certain number, I invested. Right now, I'm a little bit too much into cash, and that's because there's no deals out there. Like I just
Okay.
spent $25,000 in like a real estate private equity deal, like a private placement, a syndication, and I still have way too much cash.
Okay.
So
By the way, I'm getting a lot of comments by Load Save Jess. You've never used Interactive Brokers, have you? Have you used
me,
Interactive Brokers
no,
or no?
no. I just know
Okay.
that they're the best for like margin rates.
Yeah. And so it's really hard to learn how to use it on Interactive Brokers. So I'm going to just let you know, Lord Save Jess, if you want to do a double live stream with me, I'll help you with it because it took me a while to figure out how to use it. But did I tell you with Interactive Brokers, I can borrow now for under 1%? Did I tell you this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy,
think I
man.
told you about this like a long time ago, like our first
Oh, you told
Zoom
me.
call. Yeah,
Okay,
our
well, thank
first
you,
Zoom.
dude. Seriously, dude, I owe you. When are we gonna do happy hour? I owe you a couple of beers because, like, you got me into United Healthcare. Thank you, thank you. My tech portfolio got crushed, and my United Healthcare just kept going up. And I'm like, thank you, Nerd Finance. Like, literally, I owe you a couple of beers.
No need. If I accept compensation, I will go to the SEC for
No, but as a
that.
USC alumni, I could still buy you a beer, right? I
Oh,
mean,
there
as
you
you
go. As
know,
friends, right?
when
Exactly.
when are you guys doing
Hey,
happy hour? When are you guys gonna do happy hour in LA? Do you know?
uh, I mean, all I got is like orientation, but it's online, so it's still online right
Okay.
now.
Have you heard of the
And it's
90?
July. Hmm?
Have you heard of the 901 bar?
No, I haven't met anyone from there yet. Hey,
Okay. We're gonna
by the way, Ryan Finance is saying that he owes you a couple of beers because
Oh, okay.
he made money off Voyager, and that USDC is paying him 9%.
Yeah. See, at least Ryan tried the 9% BS. And yeah, so if you guys don't know this, you can literally, I want Jess to do this. Once Jess buys a bunch of stocks, she can literally borrow at 1.5%. Because it's like if you have less than 100 grand, it's 1.5%. But you can literally borrow 1.5% and then go on Voyager and get 9% and just do an arbitrage. Isn't that
Yeah,
great?
that would be. See, that's the thing. That's dude. The range of rates for different coins, it varies like a lot based off the brokerage that you're using or the crypto bank that you're using. And now there's like so there's two ways to make money off crypto now. There's lending your money, right? What you told me, and then now there's also staking, which is you're using your coins to verify the minting of new coins or something like that, right?
Yeah. But
So
staking is terrible because here's the deal.
you can't pull it
So
out.
there's a guy that came on my live stream, right? And he's like, "Oh, check out this website," because I'm getting like 4.5% from BlockFi to
Right.
stake my Ethereum. And so
Yeah.
he showed me a place where I could stake the Ethereum for 7%. But this is when you got to be paranoid because what happened is that staking pool got hacked. And so like 4,000
Oh,
Ethereum. Yeah. So like what's the point of getting like 3% more if you have to deal with a hack? And that's
yeah.
why I prefer
Well, no.
doing
So I've seen some crypto banks. So Coinbase, they are doing it for I think Ethereum, and what they're saying is,
2.0.
if you ever lose money, they will back you. Like
Yeah,
they will
yeah,
reimburse you. But I mean,
exactly.
but I also saw what their fees are, which is like 25% of what you make in staking. So they're
Yeah.
taking a huge chunk of your
Yeah,
game.
but here's the deal with Coinbase, BlockFi, and Voyager. These are publicly, well, not BlockFi, but at least Voyager and Coinbase. They're publicly traded companies. So for them, yes, they could get hacked, but the odds of them getting hacked compared to like this like random mining pool that you go on like MetaMask or these like random, like those ones, you're taking a lot more risk because there's no assets in the U.S. But with Voyager, BlockFi, and
Follow those
Coinbase,
Coinbase,
they have assets, they have
right?
lawyers, they have insurance. So it's
They
like
can also
you're
raise money.
taking, yeah.
They can
So
easily
you're
raise
taking
money.
so you're taking a lot less. But yeah, Gemini is not public, but it's still like very reputable. I don't know about Celsius. Is Celsius? I don't think it's public. Is it based in the U.S. Celsius? By the way, I
I
want
just
to
know
give
the
you.
three largest ones. It's Binance is the largest. Coinbase is followed by them, and then it's Kraken. So those three are the biggest ones.
I'm so impressed how much you know about crypto, man. For someone who doesn't invest in crypto, you know a lot. How did
I
you learn so much?
I read, dude. I have to do it. Like it's just random stuff that I see. So
Yeah, no, you know a lot of crypto. I'm like really impressed that you know this much. And what's up, Chrissy from Ohio? But we should definitely. I really, really hope USC has like a fin talk class. We got to talk crypto. I want to talk to the professors, and we got to do like a guest lecture of us talking crypto. You as a
yeah, my
student and
boss
me as a
actually told me I
graduate.
should focus on crypto since that's like the future or whatever.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
really cool.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I like something that's more traditional. Real estate. I'm okay. I might go real estate. I will go tech though. So I'm gunning for tech, just because I
Okay,
feel
when are
like
you going to do a real estate deal? When are we going to do a real estate? Let's buy something in Orange County because LA, you can't evict your tenants. You should
not
buy
at these
something with an
prices, my
LLC.
dude. I would
Huh?
never buy at these. I would not at these prices. Their prices are ridiculous.
But okay, so with Orange County, let me tell you about a little real estate thing that everyone here in California can do. Have you heard of ADUs? I thought we talked
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this, right?
yeah. You can construct like an
So
additional thing from your garage, or like create
there's a
like a new
backyard.
freestanding building.
You
Yeah.
just put a mobile home in your backyard. But because I was looking, okay, so I have someone who wanted to invest by UCLA. Dude, UCLA is crazy. Like a normal house with an 8,000 square foot lot by like Westwood, it's like $4 million.
Yeah.
$4 million. Like,
Hey,
and
hey, Ryan Finance just said that he was banned. He was banned from lives because he titled it "Free Bitcoin," and he's banned until 2025.
I'm gonna try to get you appealed though. I just found out that he got banned. So hey Ryan, let me talk to my guy, my TikTok guy, and I might be able to get you unbanned.
Oh dang, you've gotten banned so many times, Tina, that you know exactly what to do. I got a
Well,
guy.
a
Don't
guy
worry.
that I met in Marshall. So I met someone at Marshall that was working at Snapchat, and then TikTok poached them, and so they left Snapchat to now work at TikTok. And so I
Oh,
basically just text them, and I like if you get banned, even though I don't think you'll get banned, but I just text him the name, and he has like a guy in TikTok or whatever that will
that
unban
handles
you.
moderators. Oh,
So
nice.
everyone here in the live stream, if you ever get banned, hit me up. And if my connection is cool, he will get you unbanned. But he says it usually takes him 48 hours, but he can get most people unbanned in 48 hours.
Seen as the
Yeah.
the connection. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is a funny one. Where would you okay, so they're saying okay, so they're saying that they like your investing style. Okay, that's what they're saying. Sorry. Yeah,
Uh,
because like here's the deal. He's looking for cash flow. Like it's and then where did you learn this? Did you learn this at UCLA or how did you get your investing philosophy?
Warren Buffett. Just like, whatever's on YouTube, man. I learned most
Okay,
of it
so
at YouTube.
basically that you're YouTube educated like me. So you just went on YouTube, right? And then you just put in
Right.
like Warren Buffett investing and you kind of watch all the videos. Is that
Well,
like
okay, so like when I first started, I didn't know who anyone was, obviously, right? Because no one taught me anything. I started working in the investment industry, and they told me the names of who to follow. And then like
Ray
I would
Dalio?
read, huh?
Ray Dalio on YouTube?
Yeah,
He's so
yeah.
good. The principles.
So yeah, I would follow every person that my boss mentioned, and I would read up on their bios, and then like I can kind of tell whether I like their philosophy or not, and like I would use the philosophies of others to kind of judge the philosophy of others, and then I just settled on cash flow. It made the most sense where the value of something is all the cash flows from now until the end of time discounted to today. That's essentially what the value of a company is. Now, the price could be different from that value, and if it's lower than what the real value is, then you buy it. But the problem is you don't know what those cash flows are going to be. You don't know when the cash flows are going to come. You don't know what the interest rates during those time periods are going to be. So that's the trick. So even though you know this as like a foundation, you won't necessarily succeed because no one knows what those cash flows are going to be. So I tend to go for companies that are stable, like you kind of they're predictable, and as opposed to like some of the things that are happening, it's mostly speculation, right? Like it doesn't generate any cash flows, or even like it doesn't provide a service anymore. So, but interesting times nonetheless. Like I'm respect to the speculators out there.
Yeah. Yeah, and hey, so when I do end this live stream, I'll do a duo with you if the dictator doesn't kick me off. Someone wants to do like a double live. But this is a good one I wanted to talk to you about because I actually experienced this. Have you heard of a backdoor IRA? Because my buddy did this where basically we started an LLC, right? The LLC bought real estate, and then our IRA, so my IRA and his IRA own parts of the LLC. Have you ever done this or heard of it?
That's
And so
interesting.
we were
So I'm guessing. So you had to have. So you used it to get an LLC, and the LLC was real estate based.
yeah.
Like you guys
So
were
what
doing
it is, it's called like it's not a self-directed IRA, but it's like Sun Equity Trust. I have to actually go look up
But
the
that's
email.
the thing. No, that's the thing. I feel like if you wanted to invest in real estate, it has to be an SDIRA. The SDIRA invests in the LLC, and the LLC invests in real estate.
Exactly. Yep.
But you're saying you didn't use an SDIRA.
No, I had to use that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Self-directed.
Okay, then good. We're good.
No. So that's what we did, and it was cool because like basically he was doing like flips with the IRA money, and so we're paying no taxes because like remember there's a bunch of taxes you got to pay, and remember flips are like short-term capital gains. Remember because it's we only own the houses. Yeah.
That's the
So we
best
were
way.
doing we were doing 90-day flips, and some of these flips were ridiculous because we were buying like crappy houses in Texas for like 80 grand to like 100 grand. And sometimes we would sell these houses after we fix them up for like 200 or 300 grand. And so like our profit in 90 days would be like 70,000 or 60,000, right? Which should always be the short-term income. And it was all tax-free.
Tax-free, yeah.
Yeah, and then he cut me out. Because he was making so much money. He's like, I don't need your money no more. So he cut me out. But it was crazy that this self-directed
that's
IRA.
the thing, right? If you go into a business with someone, the key is to add value, because the minute you don't add value, they will cut you out if they don't need you anymore. Yeah. That's the unfortunate
thing. I should have bought him more stuff. I should have like gave him free stuff to keep it going.
Yeah. But there are other ways. So it's not just what you did. That was one of the smart ways that I've found out about too. But there's also the 1031, but I know they're trying to get rid of it. So some people use the 1031 where they sell a property and then they use the gains and that property as like the down payment for an even bigger property. And then, they do a 1031 exchange. The problem with that though is you're limited to like that 30 days. Like within 30 days, you gotta sell your property, find a property, buy that property, or else you're going to get taxed a lot. So
yeah. And so what's his name? John Dudd. He's like, I do it all over the US. He does flips all over the US. 6-figure returns usually in 90 to 100 days. Yeah, those flips you can make stupid money, but then you got to pay those taxes. And then another good question was, were you in Texas? I wasn't. That's why, Nerd Finance was right. I got cut out. So all I did, I was giving him money while I was living in California, and he was really doing all the work. And that's why I did get cut out, because like Nerd was right.
I don't know like I've always been interested in Texas, but I know they have the highest property taxes. Like everything's cheap there, but they have the highest property taxes, right? Something like that. I think it's like 2%.
This is a hilarious.
I don't know if the rental market's good.
Hilarious comment from Ryan Finance. Biden hates Newport and 1031 exchanges, which is true.
But hey, Ryan Finance is like really big on real estate though, so I'm sure.
I don't think Biden will do any of this. So I'm just telling you this right now because the stock market is like hurting right now. I don't think he's going to raise taxes. I don't think Biden will pass anything. I think
they will. What? I think they will. They have to raise taxes.
Why? Why? Just print more money. Print more money.
No, but the debt to GDP is already 130%. Inflation. There's already signs of inflation, right? They're calling it transitory right now. We don't know if it's transitory or if it's like, gonna catch momentum, but it could be a rough ride. And so to kind of decrease the chances of inflation, one way to decrease the money supply and to keep rates at bay is to increase taxation. So
okay, so when do you think he's going to pass it? Because right now he's not, like, he hasn't passed anything. When do you think he's going to do it? Because remember, the midterm elections are next year. He's going to, like, the Democrats are going to get killed.
But if you're only taxing people that are well, so I think that's their main goal, right? Their main goal is to just tax rich people. And if you can sell that idea to the middle class, like, hey, we're just taxing richer people, then I'm sure most people would be on board.
Yeah, but who's giving Biden all his money? It's rich people. So I think he's going to pull an Obama where he's like, oh, I'm here to help the little guy. And then in reality, he's getting a bunch of money from all the bankers. So I think it's a bait and switch. Because remember, Biden was supposed to raise the minimum wage to $15. Did he do it?
Yeah.
He's a sellout, dude.
Well, no.
Remember,
But the
he
thing is, he
promised
has to
you.
convince. He has two moderates. He has to convince, right? Like two that's not in the Democrat Party. So every time he has to take them into account. And I'm guessing those two are the ones that are dictating, because that's the only way they're going to get a 50-50 split. Then it goes to the VP, and then Kamala Harris votes their way.
Yeah. And what's his name? Joe Manchin. He's a Republican. Thank God, because he's not going to let any taxes. Because what's his name? Joe Manchin, right? The Republican, or he's a Democrat, but he's really just a Republican, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
he
someone
didn't do
said. Wait,
student loan
someone
forgiveness.
had a question for you. He said,
Okay, go ahead.
was he funding the purchase, and the guy fixed it and flipped it for both of them? So was he? What did
So
he?
what we were doing is we were buying properties at the tax auction, all cash, right?
Mhm.
So
Oh,
the
so
way
then
it would work,
you had to go all cash first, and then you would
all
mortgage it
cash.
after.
That's why we needed the IRA money, right? And then the
Mm.
LLC, it was only a part of the LLC was the IRA owned it. It was not the entire LLC was owned by the IRA. So we used our IRA money by letting the LLC be owned partially by the IRA, and then we had to put in our own capital. So it wasn't
Yeah,
just 100%. But what was cool is on the LLC return, we pay no
that was on
taxes.
tax. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And like,
Sure.
I want to tell you this right now. This guy has done like a couple $1 million through his IRA. It's crazy how much money he's made through his IRA, and he doesn't pay any taxes.
Must be
He's
nice to be a
freaking genius.
flipper. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. And so once again, I want to bring this up. So he said like Joe Biden said he was going to get rid of student debt. He's not going to
Mhm.
do it, right? Like at the end of the day, he just uses
No.
everyone
So
for votes.
I think he said something that he wants 10,000. So that's something that I think that's probably gonna happen. 10,000 at the very least.
When? When? The
But that
only
I
thing
don't
he's
know.
going to do is drop
They need to do
bombs.
it before the
Okay.
midterm. They need to do it within 2 years, because then, if they don't, then they're not going to be able to do it at all, right?
The only thing Republicans and Democrats agree on is endless war, and also they support Israel. Endless war and supporting Israel. That's like literally the only things they agree on. And then everything else they pretend they don't agree, but they really do. It's just all
But
like political theater.
there's some recent news now, though, where like people are like coming into the defense of Palestinian, right? Of Palestinians. So it's like changing a little bit. I don't know. I forgot who said it. I think it was some politician that's pretty high up.
Well,
So people are
guess who gets 3 million a year in campaign donations from Israel? Guess.
who?
3 million a year. Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe Biden.
He's the number
Wait, from
one
who?
politician to get money from Israel. So
Yeah.
like, do you really think he's going to
No,
be
I
fair?
think
I'm
what
sorry,
was
Palestinians. You guys need to give 3 million too.
I think it was him that said it, though. Like, that's the thing. I'm not sure though, but maybe don't quote it on me. But I think I read somewhere, and I just kind of ignored it because I was like, it's not relevant investment news.
And then here's a thing too: is I feel like Biden uses AOC and Bernie Sanders to promise a bunch of stuff that will never pass. Because he's like kind of smart. He's like, yeah, we need these crazy lefties, right? These crazy lefties, they're gonna promise everything, but they have no power. They're literally just like puppets, or like
Right.
mascots. So it's like, yo, let's use these crazy liberals, right, to get all these people to vote for us. But then when we go to like the moderates, we're like, oh, we're not gonna listen to these crazy liberals.
You make a good point though. Like, so all this stuff that we're talking about, that's from the infrastructure bill that has yet to be passed. It was like in the news for like a while, like maybe a few months back, but now I haven't seen it in a while. It hasn't come up, right? Where
Yeah,
you're saying,
yeah.
like, what is it, 4
By the way, I want
trillion?
to give a shout out. One of my favorite TikTokers, Blake Harris. Have you seen his TikToks? Blake Harris
No,
Law.
no.
Dude, go. He's an attorney, but he's also like in the crypto space. He's got 160,000 followers. Give him a follow. I really like his content, and I steal a lot of his stuff. I stitch a
Wait, so
lot of his
what's his
content.
content about? Tell him to like do a
He's a
comment on
lawyer.
mine.
He's a
That way
lawyer.
I can see him.
Yeah, if you're still watching this, if you don't mind, follow Nerd Finance. But it's literally Blake Harris Law. And it's really cool because he's a lawyer, so he has a lot of legal content, but he also does like trusts and wills and like he's
Oh
basically
yeah.
like
I mean, you know
legit.
what? I may be following him already because I know I
Yeah,
do follow
Blake Harris
some
Law,
talk
man.
about that.
Like great content, man. And thank you for creating that content so I can steal it and talk about it, right? That's what I love about the
The
Stitch.
Stitchers,
But I
the
just want to give him a
Stitchers.
shout out. So thank you for the content.
Oh yeah, I know you use stitching a lot. I use stitching a lot too. But Ryan Finance, he uses like a plaster where it's like a good meme or
Yeah,
something
and
that's
I
pretty
steal that.
smart.
I steal his stuff. I love it. I'm not stealing, okay? I'm making, ads to it.
Well, I mean, he's obviously taking it from someone too. It's all everyone's just doing it to each other. But his stuff is like for us, we're stitching and we're easily trying to get it. For them, they look for those actual images themselves. I think. I don't know. I don't know where he finds them though. So
I
that's
don't
a
know.
question for you, Ryan. You're right here. So
But seriously, when you guys have like legal tax questions, we're MBAs and like you have some licenses, but in reality, there's a lot of really smart lawyers on TikTok. And I highly recommend that you follow them and go on their live streams because they're like legit lawyers. And obviously you have to go get like a professional. But the MBAs, we're more like we give you ideas. You to really like execute and you want to do it like to the letter of the law, you need to get an attorney and talk to an attorney.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Uh, funny thing though is like when I was younger, I think when I was in college, I did a loan modification on my own. Like I had a lot of free time, so, and my parents we had a house that was underwater, so I was able to get that loan modified by going
Can you
directly
tell
to
me
my
more about
parents.
that? Because I don't know if I told you this, but I'm doing a forbearance because my house caught on fire. So I did a
Right.
COVID-19 forbearance, and you're supposed to be able to modify it, right? You're able to modify it to a 40-year loan. That's what's his name is saying, right?
Oh,
Joe
dude, that's
Biden.
sick. Yeah. I didn't know. So I'm not aware of any of these rules now because they're not pertinent to me. But yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, so Ryan Finance actually helped me. By the way, Ryan, I owe you a beer because literally the forbearance has been a lifesaver to me. Because like, think about it, my house caught on fire, and I like basically lost all my furniture, my clothes, all of this, right? And now that I don't have to pay my mortgage, dude, Ryan, thank you so much. And if I'm able to modify my forbearance, and what's hilarious is so I got a guy in my I went to UC Irvine in my fraternity, and
Mhm.
so I told him about my forbearance, and he's about to close escrow on a house that he's buying in Palm Springs, and he's going to do a forbearance. He's going to buy the house and then immediately do a forbearance.
That's awesome.
And he did it,
That's
and he
awesome.
did an FHA loan. He did an FHA loan, so he's buying a house for like 12 grand, and then he's immediately going to do the forbearance. And if it works, uh, he's going to not pay. Like he's basically got an FHA loan, and then he doesn't have to make payments for a
Yeah, it's
year,
awesome. That's awesome.
and he's gonna room hack or whatever. He's gonna live in one room and rent like 4 rooms or something.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's great that dude forbearance rocks. I mean,
And
I'm
then a
only
lot of
able to do it
people.
with Mhm.
Well, go ahead, keep talking about forbearance, and then I'll ask you this question.
I
Go
was
ahead.
only able to do it with a minor student loan, like a very small. Like my student loan's already like 2K, and I still did I'll forbearance that.
Nice.
I could pay it off
But
right now, but I was just like, that's fine.
okay, so a lot of people in my chat they want to know what your favorite stocks are, but you legally can't do that because you have a securities license, correct? You can't say what your
Yeah,
favorite stocks are.
because technically, when you're giving someone advice, like an individual advice, it's not. It has to like it's so dumb. Like it has to basically be the right stock for the person itself. Like you can't have one. You can't recommend one stock to everyone. So that's
What about
basically it.
me? So I'm a broker and I can get away with it. So I just tell everyone, look, if you're really new to stocks, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Google. Oh, it's Square. I love Square. I love Square. What
I
do you
could
think
talk
of
about
that?
the cash flows. Cash flows for Facebook is
Facebook is
amazing.
gangster, right? Gangster
Yeah,
is Facebook, right? Facebook
yeah.
number one, Google number two for cash flows. Let's talk about cash flows. Let's do this. Tell me which one has the best cash flows out of the stocks I just mentioned.
Facebook. Facebook has the best one of all of them. Wait, did you mention Alibaba?
I didn't. Why are they so dead? I need to buy more, right? Why is
Because
Alibaba so dead?
they locked up that the chairman guy, Jack Ma. If
Uh-huh.
you're ever curious about his interviews, they're great. He has really good interviews on YouTube. So Jack
What
Ma.
do you think of the cash flows of Square, the stock Square? Because like they're like a huge platform now.
That doesn't have cash flows at all. I can tell you
Really,
right
it's
now.
all spec. Square is all
Huh?
spec. The Square is all speculative.
Well,
There's
no,
no
they
cash
have
flows.
losses. Yeah, it's purely speculative. Yeah, Square's. I don't think that has cash flows. Or maybe it's like very small cash flows. I can't remember, but I know Square is one of those like companies that don't generate much.
Okay.
Like
Now let me ask you
they
this.
could be generating actual losses. And what the richest guy that came from my high school got rich off Square. Square bought
No way.
their company called Caviar, and they paid him and the other and three other founders $90 million to buy it
Wow.
in
Where did you go to
Square
high
stock.
school? Where
Huh?
did you go to high school, man? Your high school is dope. What high school did you go
But
to?
no, I mean, no, it's funny because this guy he's like architect major. So he's an architect major. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that he was going to be rich. He went to Berkeley and then, met up with other people from Berkeley, and then that Caviar thing took off in San Francisco, and then they got bought out. And this was like 5 years ago. So I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure his cut was like, if I had to guess, because I looked at if there's 4 founders, they had numerous series financing, but he probably cleared at least net of taxes, maybe 6 million, if I had to
By the
guess.
way, I love this. So people are asking me questions, and I can ask you these questions because it's like my own thing. But okay. So my favorite stock for dividends is PCN. Have you ever heard of that? The PIMCO Bond Fund, PCN.
No. I'm not,
Okay,
wait,
look
so
into it.
this is a
Let's do
bond?
another. It's like a bond fund from PIMCO, but PIMCO's
Uh,
like the king of bonds. It's like a
stay,
corporate thing.
stay away from bond funds. I'm telling you right now. Like that
Really?
should be a given. Stay away from, if you have any bond funds, get rid of it. The only people
PCN?
who are the only people who are buying these bond funds, for if they're US Treasury, it's only the Federal Reserve. If you're buying
Corporate
junk
debt. My
bonds or
bond fund is
corporate debt,
corporate debt.
yeah. So if you're getting corporate debt, I've seen the yields for like junk yields, and it's bad. It's like at an all-time low, and it's
But
crazy
that's why
because these
PCN is so good. Hold on. So the reason why PCN is so good is like they still have, if you go look up their holdings, they still have 7%, 10% debt. Because a lot of these corporate bonds are like 7-year, 10-year, 12-year. And remember, they got a lot of these like bonds in the PCN fund, when the
right.
interest rates were still reasonable, right?
Oh,
So
Kenny Finance just
PCN
joined my
pays like
chat.
7%. Huh?
Kenny Finance just joined my chat. I don't know if you know who he is, but
No, is he good?
dude, he's really good. Like he makes
Kenny,
like
I gotta
really good, like he has stats and charts, like and he summarizes interviews. That's why I like his content, because like
I'll check it
like
out. Kenny Finance. I might be
Kenny
following
dot
him.
finance. Yeah, you have
I
to,
think I already
because like,
switched his stuff. I think I
yeah.
switched his stuff.
Yeah, for
I think I
sure.
already have his stuff.
Yeah, he
This
makes
is
like
cool, man. We're
really
getting a lot of big people. Like a lot of big people have
I
been
know,
coming
it's kind of
in.
weird. Yeah, and they're all coming in
It's
at the
only
same
when
time.
we're together. Because like, honest to God, before you came in my live stream, I had
He's from
like maybe.
Cali. He's from Cali.
Oh no way. Okay,
He
cool.
told me he was from Ventura. So I mean, I'm
Okay.
the middle ground. So y'all just come here. You can just come
Yeah.
north
No,
of us.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna get Ryan when Ryan has money for that private jet. We're all gonna meet
Where's
in
Ryan?
LA.
Where's Ryan
He's in
based?
Arizona. He's in Arizona.
Oh yeah. I should know that. Because I just bought a REIT from like that real estate thing in Arizona, and he told me he was from Arizona. Right. I remember now. But
I've never heard of CVX. Is that a company I should know? Is that Chevron?
Chevron.
CVX?
Yeah, the Chevron. Yeah.
Do you
No,
think?
but dude, bonds, you got to get out of it. I like
Okay, I will.
do
I'll get
yourself
out of my
a
bond
favor.
fund.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll sell
because
out of my bond fund.
you're
So
it's
I put a stop
cash is just,
loss.
huh?
I put a stop loss. So I think the PCN is like $18. I put a stop loss. If it goes below 15, I automatically sell out of the bond fund.
Also it's very outdated. You mentioned that PC like PIMCO is the bond god. Like that is not the case anymore. It's Jeff Gundlach, and he's with Double Line. Also, the guy who ran PIMCO is already who got that title as Bond King. That is, I forget his name,
Jeff Gross,
but he already
right?
left.
Bill
Huh?
Gross. Bill Gross. It's Bill
Bill Gross.
Gross,
He
right?
already left. He went to Janus, and then like I'm guessing he got kicked out of Janus too because he just beefed with everyone. He beefed with Elarian, and then he beefed with the people at Janus. I think like a year after he
Did I tell
quit.
you? I've met Muhammad Al Aryan. Did I tell you this?
Really? No, you never told
Yeah,
me.
dude.
Wait, how do you
He
know
lives
him?
in Laguna. So he used to live in.
Oh,
So he used to work for Pimco, right? And so
right,
he has like
right.
his like son. His son is a business owner with one of my friends. But I
Mhm.
met him in Laguna Beach with my mom. And what was funny is I was like, "Oh, it's the Prophet Muhammad of stocks," and he laughed.
No
I said that I
way.
was like, "It's the Prophet Muhammad of stocks," and he like laughed at me.
He
But
works
yeah,
at
I've
he
met
works at
Muhammad Al Aryan.
he works at what's that the parent company. I forget the name though.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, but doesn't he live in London now? Isn't he like a professor at London? I don't think he lives in Orange County anymore.
Oh, I don't know, but I know I think it might be like some kind of European company, but it was the parent. It's the parent company of Pimco. Because
Okay,
the
so
minute
can you explain this to me? Okay, so someone said PCN is trading at a 26% premium to the NAV, plus it has 32% leverage. What does that mean? I don't even understand that. Thank you for the comment, by
so
the way. That's good
so
to know.
NAV is net asset value, and that's just like what the assets are trading at relative to the market price. If something's trading at a premium, that means you're overpaying for the assets that's inside that
So
closed.
I'm paying
So
26%.
PCN is a closed end fund, right? It's a closed end fund. What that basically means is uh, they buy the assets and then they sell that tradable. They buy these assets, put it in one thing, and then that thing is traded, and that's what you're buying, the PCN. But there's already a basket of investments inside that PCN, and then that PCN, when it's selling at a 30% premium to NAV, that means that you're purchasing it at a higher market price than if you took the investments itself and sold it off. So that makes it even a worse investment.
So
But it
basically,
depends.
get out of PCN
Yeah,
as fast as
it depends on.
possible.
It also depends on what they consider as net asset value. If they're considering it the net asset value, are the bonds held at par? Like, is it being valued at par, or is it being valued at current market prices of the bonds? So that'll affect it too. I'm not sure on how that's done. The 30% leverage, that's just the amount of money that they're borrowing to reinvest. Like margin, 30% margin. That's how I would look at it.
Okay. Well, thank you, dude. I'm learning a lot, man, and I appreciate these comments. Because like once again, like I'm not the guru. I'm more of just throw money at stuff and hopefully it goes up.
Oh, but look up Gundlach if you're interested in like
Oh,
learning.
I know him.
Because
I watch him on YouTube, so I
oh,
watch
you
him
do?
talk. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He has
yeah. And so this
quarterly
is really
calls too. He has
important.
quarterly calls and where he presents like a ton of charts, of everything that's out there.
And so
So
it's really important people realize this. So even though Nerd Finance doesn't have his MBA, he's super self-educated, and it's primarily through YouTube. Is this how you learned everything?
work.
Oh, your work? No,
Work.
come on, be honest. Is it more work or is it more YouTube? Be honest. More
Work.
work or
It's
more
work.
YouTube?
It's
Really?
work. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, how? Explain.
Well, I have to keep track of macroeconomic stuff for work, and then like I mean, so every now and then I'll look up something on my own on YouTube. But no, so okay, this is how for macroeconomic stuff, it's definitely work, right? But for like philosophy, that kind of thing, it's a little bit of both. Because I watch their interviews at work and like on my own time, like because I like to watch a documentary. Like when I'm watching YouTube on my free time, I like the ones that are summaries, right? I don't like watching the exact interviews. I just like someone summing them up. But if it's for work, I have to watch through like the actual conference call. It's kind of boring. It's very long. It's not fast paced. I don't like it personally because I prefer like get to the nitty gritty stuff, the bottom line. So
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Bianca because like it's right. A lot of you people, when you have questions, if we can't answer it, it's out there on YouTube, right? Like a lot of these questions, if you're not sure,
Absolutely.
it's there. You just have to do a little more research, a little more digging. I feel like when you follow us, we're gonna mention because like even when you talk, sometimes I don't understand 100% of everything you say, but by listening to you, I start to learn, and then I do a little more
Google.
research. But
Yeah, it's exactly it. No, so usually when like I get these ideas, it's through YouTube, right? And I just watch it. I'm eating or like doing whatever. I'm sleeping, like about to take a nap. But like if it interests me, like I will actually go and Google it, and I have like a quick like overview of what it really is, and then I Google it for the details. So yeah, what you're saying is exactly right.
And I encourage you to come on his live stream or my live stream and ask questions. By you guys coming on here and like making these comments and asking these questions, you're not going to just learn yourself, but like, I learn, Nerd Finance will also like learn. So it's really important that like everyone here can contribute, just do some research, ask some questions. And if I can't explain it, maybe Nerd Finance can explain it, or maybe Ryan Finance can explain it, right?
Worst
The
case,
main
I'll
thing is
go
that,
Google it. Worst
yeah,
case, we'll Google.
exactly. Exactly. And believe it or not, like anyone here can have like an MBA. I want to say you can have an MBA level of education if you just commit to coming on to these live streams, watching Bloomberg,
Yeah.
like using YouTube, like it can happen. You just absorb it like a sponge. You just, it's not going to happen in a year. It's not going to happen in 2 years. It's usually going to take 3 or 4 years. But I promise anyone here that wants to learn, you can. You just have to keep listening to. I would say keep listening to Nerd, but listen to both of us and like slowly the terms and what we talk about. It will slowly make sense. But you just have to give yourself time, and you just can't give up.
I gotta tell you guys though, like TikTok is the most amazing place for like getting a broad amount of knowledge of everything that's concise, that's to the point. It is better than YouTube because in YouTube, that's when you want to get to the nitty gritty. And sometimes I'll watch it when I'm doing something, when I'm eating, but TikTok is faster. Like they sum it up in such a way that you get the main points right across the bat. So that's why I prefer TikTok. The algorithm is also amazing. It knows exactly what I want, which is
Yeah.
investment strategies, investment stuff, economic stuff, stats, and girls dancing.
Yeah, me too. I'm guilty of that too. But I just want you everyone to know too, like your knowledge of crypto, I'm like mind blown. Because I started investing in crypto in 2016, but like when we have these conversations of crypto, even though you haven't put any money in the game, I feel like you're my equal. And it's like amazing that like I mean, you've never bought any Bitcoin and you really, really know your stuff about crypto.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have to read it for work. So, it comes up every now and then, comes up in articles. So,
Dude, I got the funniest comment from Party Finance. He's also guilty of watching girls dancing on TikTok. And
I
what's
think we all
hilarious,
are, dude. Like,
dude,
even my fiance tells me,
Annie, one time like grabbed my phone and like, started swiping. Like, why is a girl dancing? Why is a girl dancing? And I'm like, hey, at least it's
ever
not every swipe.
ever
It's not
since
every
I
swipe.
started making content, it's become more balanced though. Like I've reached like um like an equal amount for these interests, and that's what's good because it helps me with stitching and whatever. So, but yeah.
Hey, all I know, it's good for it's good, because I would get bored if it was only finance stuff, right? And once again, it's got to be a healthy amount. It can't just be girls dancing, and it can't just be
broad
finance,
knowledge
right?
broad knowledge, right? Reiterating the broad knowledge that we get. It's kind of funny.
Exactly.
It used at the
Exactly.
beginning. So I used TikTok like at the very beginning, like 2019. But
Wow.
back then it was just music, right? People, it was like dancing challenges. I don't see that many dancing challenges anymore. Like it's no longer the renegade or whatever. Like I'm getting less and less of that.
And I like a lot of the FinTalk stuff, like the finance, the real estate. I mean, the real estate stuff is kind of a scam because they're always trying to like sell you classes.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of the crypto content is good. Like I'm just impressed because there's still scammers out there, but like there's good content on
There,
TikTok.
there, there's a guy. He's big. He has a lot of followers. His name is Samil. I don't know if you guys know him. You've never heard of him, but he
Do a
does like
stitch.
real
Please
estate.
stitch him. So you got to do a stitch of him.
I did.
Okay,
I
so I
must
can.
have stitched him. I must have stitched him.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if that's his name, to be honest. But Samil, so he created these real estate content, educational, but apparently he's doing like real estate development deals now through TikTok. So he's telling people to go to the webcast. I went to his webcast just to see. So he's promising a 15% preferred return, 15 to 17%
Wow.
preferred return, which is insane. And typically, that's what you get.
Not a scam.
Um,
It's not
huh?
a scam. He's not going to scam everyone.
No, no. So this is how it works out. It's like he's taking on that equity, paying that 15%, but anything above that 15%, it's all his. Like the profits are all his. So that's how he does it.
Okay,
And
that's good.
he's doing.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's good or bad. Like maybe
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. He guarantees you
it's more than the
15%.
S&P
Anything you
500.
make.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. He
cool,
only
cool,
makes
cool.
money once it's above 15%.
That's a fair deal because a lot of managers they just take a 1% flat fee and then there's like no incentive for them to really do it. Can you repeat his name again?
I don't
People are
know.
interested.
Samil. Like I stitch him a lot, so you can just browse through mine and
So
then
just click on it. Yeah, just look at Nerd Finance's profile if you leave the live stream, and you can probably find a stitch of him, and that
yeah.
way you can do it.
He looks kind of like Indian, and he's a big
Yeah.
burly guy.
Okay.
So
I'll
you'll
check it
see
out.
him.
So I
You'll see
definitely
him
have
if you
not
scroll.
seen it.
Yeah, I can't. I thought you would run into him just because I feel like we all
No.
follow the same people. Like all of
No,
us.
I'm gonna have to do this. I'm literally gonna go through your followers and just add all your followers, so that way I can. Because I figure
It's
you're
like
following good people.
it's mostly girls. If I I think I know
Hey,
the
that's me
stats
too.
pretty
I'm
well.
guilty. I'm guilty, dude. Annie's like, "Why are you following her? Why are you following her?" Like, my bad, Annie. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so funny. Gosh, it's horrible, but it's interesting. Whatever. It's like Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Same thing in Instagram.
Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, it's human nature. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, I just want to give a shout out to Christine Deckard. We will do a double live. Whenever I finish this, I will do a double live with you. So
So
someone wants
someone
me to
wants to
debate.
learn to scam. Someone typed in my chat. I want to learn to scam.
At least they're honest.
Wait, but
So
you
what
say
are your
eat the rich,
thoughts?
tax them to death. The rich need to pay their fair share of taxes. It's crazy. Well, I'm okay with increasing taxes, but this guy's like a little bit like they need to do it, like very militant about it.
Well, it's all the rich people's fault. I mean, but in a way, man, the rich people, this ultra rich, I'm talking about like the billionaires, they do kind of get
Mm.
away, the corporations, they do get away with not paying taxes. So I
Yeah.
understand why he's upset. And
No,
and the main thing is like, the illegal immigrants don't steal your jobs. Like the really big corporations, that's what's screwing over everyone, in my opinion.
what do you mean by because they offshore it? Like they take the
Offshore,
job
yeah.
somewhere
I mean,
else.
yes, yeah, yeah. No illegal immigrant is gonna like outsource jobs to China, okay?
Right, right. It's lower cost there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny. They should always. I think they should do away with the immigration borders and stuff, but they should also do away with the minimum wage laws. I don't believe in it.
So you
So
could
do
pay
away
whatever
with
you
both.
want.
Huh?
You just pay them whatever you want instead of minimum wage.
Yeah, no point in minimum wage, and then have
What about
open
child
border.
labor? If you don't have minimum wage, you might as well have child labor too, then, right? No minimum wage, no
Well,
child
no.
labor.
I'm thinking if you remove minimum wage laws, you won't have an immigration problem because then it'll equalize, right? So if let's say you remove minimum wage laws, then someone who's illegal isn't incentivized to come here to get that minimum wage benefit.
I see.
So it fixes two problems
But
with
I
one
feel
step.
like the
In my
illegal
opinion.
immigration's on purpose. Like with today's technology, we could easily have everyone documented and give everyone like a temporary permit or whatever. Like we could literally fix the immigration. It's just that's how you get votes. So no politician, it's not in their interest to fix immigration because that's how you get votes. It's a giant hustle, I feel like.
For immigration, like usually the people who are like immigrating here that illegally, they're going for like the major cities though, and those are already purely democratic. Like they're not going to go to like, the Midwest.
But this is how they pander. So they pander to the illegals where it's like, hey, we're going to help you become not illegal, but then the Democrats don't do anything. And then the Republicans are like, oh, we're going to kick out all the illegals, but they don't do that either. It's all to get votes, and they don't want to solve the problem because the problem won't help them get votes. And that's the problem with our politicians.
I agree with you. Like, I think the immigration effects, the impact on the economy is like minimal at best, but it takes like maybe it's like 50% of the talking points. So it's like we spend a disproportionate amount of time talking about something that doesn't really like add meaningful value to the economy or whatever. So
I
I
do
mean,
want
that's
to give a shout out. We're so lucky to be born in America. My husband basically has a cousin who works 10 hours a day, 6 days a week in Mexico and makes $35.
a day.
I'm so glad I was born.
$35
I
a
don't
what?
know. Probably a day. It sounds like $35 a day. That's how it seems reasonable,
Yeah.
right? Because that's like
I think their
$1,500.
minimum wage is like $2 an hour, something around there.
So he's
Like,
balling with $35 a
yeah, yeah.
week. He makes $35 a week. They make $35 a week in Mexico,
See, it's even
working
worse.
60 hours. Working 60 hours. That is
Yeah.
crazy, man. That is crazy. So yeah, it
Yeah.
does make
When
sense why
when my
everyone's
mom when my mom moved here, because I came from the Philippines, and when my mom moved here, she went from like $15,000 a year to like 60K. So it's like
yeah.
a huge,
And now
huge
look at you. Now your offspring's making six figures. Good thing she left. I mean, honest to God, it's same with my family. I mean, I'm glad they left Iran. There would be no opportunities for me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think if we really want like immigration to get fixed, we also need to make sure we don't destabilize countries because like we do a lot of destabilizing of countries. We go blow people up and then they all come here, right? Like, we started that Syrian war, right? Didn't Obama like bomb Syria and then
That
or we got
was
right?
super confusing. Yeah, exactly. Like they didn't know who they
We
were gonna
create
bomb
illegal
next.
immigration. Our military that takes half of our budget, right? The military industrial complex creates illegal immigration, guys.
Well,
And we
no,
pay
no.
for that.
So the Syrian thing, they didn't end up in the U.S. They mostly ended up in Germany, right? They ended up in Europe mostly. So.
That's because of us. Aren't they having like huge
Well, no,
problems?
because the choices were like, are we gonna help? Are we gonna help the guy who's currently running it? That's a tyrant. Are we gonna help the rebels? Or are we gonna help? Or what about ISIS? So there was like three players in that whole field, and they didn't know. Like first they were like, oh, okay, let's stop him from bombing people, but he's like, no, he's killing ISIS. Now we gotta help him. So it's just it's funny how American
And
politics
we
work.
killed that Iranian general too. That Iranian general that Trump killed, like he also helped fight ISIS, and then we kill him. It's like our foreign policy. I just want to make it 100% like honest. Our foreign policy is making people rich, right? You go send poor people to die, rich people profit. So the entire foreign policy, it's just certain people have a lot of money and a lot of influence. Raytheon, Halliburton, right? And so they go find Dick Cheney's to create these conflicts so they can make money. So like in reality, all of these conflicts, the only thing that we care about is like, okay, what military contractor will pay for my campaign donation, and let's go ahead and start this war. Like that's literally everything we do. It's just all about the money and enriching. Like maybe 10 people get really really rich, and then 2,000 people die, and then 10 more people get really really rich. 20,000 people die. You know what I mean? It's just a giant hustle,
The
and you can
defense
believe what.
sector, the defense sector is a really good sector. If you look at the biggest guys there, most of them have done extremely well. So the defense sector is really good,
Yeah, and
and
in
that's
Virginia,
because they do defense and they do aerospace. So they do space and like, so they make a lot of money. And
yeah.
defense spending is really nice because it's stable. The U.S. government always increases that budget.
And
It's at
so
what,
what if
700
we
bill?
spent what if we spent that money instead? Like imagine all of these countries. Let's just say, okay, this might sound crazy. Let's say we go to all the countries because doesn't US spend we spend 10 times more than the next 10, right? Like There's our budget, and then our budget surpasses the next 10 countries. So what if we went to all of these countries and we're like, hey, you know what? We're going to cut our budget by 10% instead of like raising it by 10%. If you guys cut your budget, and we'll put it into space travel or like researching cancer or like, something productive.
Well, see, so that's the thing, right? Like back then when we went to space, there wasn't like we were just trying to go to space, like we weren't trying to do anything commercial with it. And that lies the problem, because the government is financing something that wasn't really adding that much value. Like, yeah, we're going to space, we're learning all
Space
these things.
travel brought cell phones. Hold on. The reason we have the internet and we have smartphones is because of the space technology.
Right.
So
So but at the beginning, that wasn't the case, right? So it was just the push that like they were just driving for it. It brought out innovation. Nowadays, though, the stuff that we're launching into space, what Elon Musk is doing is he wants to do it so that he can send spaceships up in the air, whether it's satellites, to bring cable or internet to everyone. So yeah, that is the case now, right? But back then, it really had no purpose. It was just we wanted to send someone into the moon to kind of like flex against Russia, like we're better than you.
And to be honest, isn't that better than like the Cold War? Like, isn't it better that we spent $3 to $5 billion sending someone to the moon instead of dropping bombs and like terrorizing other countries to stop communism? Like.
They I think they could spend that money more on like I know, more educated. I think education's probably like the best thing, or like
Or at least
infrastructure,
you like
building
China. I like what China does. Just loan shark. Just loan shark like China. You're not killing people, but at least you're like making money, right? Like we could totally turn into like bankers, instead of building a bunch of bombs.
Back then, we used to make fun of China because they were like they were overbuilding, right? But now they're like a great country. So like even though like they were wasting money, like it's one of those like if you build it, they will come. So that's what happened to China. It's amazing what they've done. I actually look up to China. It's amazing. Like their growth for the last 50 years or so is like stellar. Like
because they don't spend money on the military. I mean, they still spend money on the military, but instead they do all this loan sharking. We spend, what is it? What's China's budget to
they're loan
the
sharking.
US?
They're loan sharking the US.
Exactly, which is way better. Instead of dropping bombs, let's do loan sharking.
Well,
that's
now they're getting screwed, right? Because they own a lot of US dollars, US bonds, and then we're just diluting them. Like, thank you for the Chinese goods. Now here's some printed money.
Yeah, it is
yeah.
crazy. It is crazy. Anyways, someone's giving us a shout out. Ahmad is saying this is a great conversation to listen to. So yeah, I think more people need to talk about this, and maybe we can convince our politicians to stop selling out, because the main problem I feel like is that all politicians care about is getting reelected, which requires money, which means you have to legally be bribed, and legal bribes come from the military industrial complex.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you're the government, your purpose is to stay in power. That's the number one purpose, typically. You want to keep everyone happy to the point that they'll reelect you. Of course, there's laws now that kind of prevent you from just like taking control. So you can't just be like, I'll make everyone happy, keep me El Presidente for life. But typically a government's job is to stay in power. They just service the people. Like it's like the invisible hand, right? They service us because they want to remain in power. So the Democrat Party is serving us in order to remain in power, or whether it's the Republicans.
Well,
but they're selling a philosophy. They're selling a philosophy, right? Where the Republicans are saying, we'll keep taxes low. You guys will be able to invest it. The GDP will skyrocket, and then this debt won't be an issue. And that government is the problem. That's the Republicans. The Democrat side is free money for everyone, or something like that, something socialist.
but then they both agree on spending, right? It's like hilarious that like basically Republicans are fiscally conservative when it's a Democrat in office, and then when Trump comes into power, they don't care, right? And at the end of the day, they're lying to you guys. I'm telling you,
know what though?
they're lying to you. They just care what the donors want. In reality, they don't believe.
You make a good point, but the thing is, the difference is like when Trump was elected, how much was stimulus? $3 billion. I think $3 billion. That's already a
4.5.
lot,
I
right?
thought it was 4.5. The first stimulus package with Trump was 4.5 billion.
Wasn't it? Wait, for
I
the
think it
two
was
stimulus
4.5.
packages? Oh, it's
I don't
4.5.
remember.
I thought some of
I
that
don't know.
touched. I thought some of that touched Biden. Like it was Biden who launched those stimulus bills, or no?
I don't know. We just basically print money, right? We print money, and the only thing they agree on is whatever the corporations do. So it doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They're both controlled by corporations. They're both controlled by super rich people, and they do whatever super rich people want them to do. But they'll lie to you, right? If you're conservative, they're like, we're going to get rid of the immigrants, right? And then to the Democrats, we're like, we're going to give you free stuff, you know? And like, at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They just care about getting money from big corporations. That's the truth.
But one thing is clear: the debt to GDP in the U.S. has gone from 70% 10 years ago to 130% today, and that's super levered already. So,
YOLO
I
Bitcoin?
think we're approaching the point that we're about to turn into Japan or something. Buy Bitcoin, never
Buy
sell,
Bitcoin, right?
baby.
I mean, because gold has been kind of a bust. Silver's been good. Palladium's been good, right? Palladium and silver, I feel like, are much better assets
I don't follow
if you
the
want to go
last
physical.
two, but I know, yeah, gold's down. Like it's not.
Yeah, gold is no good. If you guys want to do precious metals, do not listen to the gold scammers. If Peter Schiff was actually smart, he would have just changed his position to palladium. You know, like you can be an idiot, Peter Schiff. Just change your position. Just say, "Oh, gold is like not like appreciated, so you should buy some more silver because silver has done better." And then if they were really smart, they would have just said palladium. Dude, palladium's been on a tear because I guess you need it for cars. I don't even know why palladium's been doing so well.
I know there's like a semiconductor shortage out there right now, so like
Yeah.
they need like semiconductors for the cars. So
What
maybe
is your
palladium.
opinion? I want to ask you because once again, I love this. I can ask you questions on stocks. You can't recommend, but I can ask you. I love TSM and I love AMD and I love Nvidia, but Nvidia's price is kind of high. What do you think of the chip makers?
Let me
And I
tell
like
you about
Intel too.
AMD. AMD 10 years ago was basically nothing. It was a company that was like a laughable joke. And then now it's one of the biggest semiconductors out there. That's because they out
Because of the
innovated,
CEO?
huh?
Because of Lisa Su? Is it because of Lisa Su,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
CEO.
it was some. I don't know the name, but yeah, I think that she's Chinese and she's a woman. So yeah, but she led a huge turnaround, and now it's one of the largest because they supposedly out innovated. Who was the long-standing guy?
Intel?
Intel.
Intel?
Exactly. Right. Hey, see, you're
But I
you're
still think
well read
Intel's a
about
good buy.
this, huh?
I think Intel's still a good buy. I still think Intel will I wouldn't put all my money in Intel, but I still think you can make good money on AMD, Intel, TSM, and wait, what was the other one? Nvidia. Nvidia.
One has good cash flows. Let's go with that. So one
I
has
don't
good
know.
cash flows,
I don't know.
and
You
it's
tell me.
Intel has the one. It has the cash flows.
Oh, so everyone
It's
else is
pretty
just
cheap.
specs? It's all hype? Everyone else
No,
is
no,
just
no. Some are
hype?
more expensive than others, but AMD, it's. I think the ratio there is extremely high. Like I
What
think AMD
about
has the
Nvidia?
highest because they have the
What about
AMD
Nvidia?
has the most potential, so it has the highest PE. Like the PE ratio that you pay, that's a snapshot, right, of what people's feelings are about it. It's a multiple of the earnings or cash flow that they're generating, and people are paying. If they're paying a very high multiple, it's because they think they're speculating that there's going to be a lot of growth. So that's the key. So what you mentioned before, like Amazon or Tesla, what is Tesla's PE ratio? If you Google that, you'll probably see like 1,000 PE or something like that. If you do
Yeah.
forward ratio, probably cut in half. And that's because people are projecting like large things for them. But that is what speculating is. If you're paying a very high multiple, you're speculating that their growth will be very high. So that's the key.
So right now, Intel has the best cash flows and has the lowest PE ratio, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
What about Nvidia? Where is Nvidia? Is it higher or lower, or you have to look it
So
up?
Nvidia was garbage too. Like it was, you would consider it a speculative stock.
What about
Like maybe 10
TSM?
years.
Because TSM has lower taxes. What I understand was, especially if
TSM
Biden. Go ahead.
TSM is an amazing company. It's not. I think it's the largest one out there. So it's the largest semiconductor that's out there. Its multiple is, I think it's middling, like it's in the average. But what
Okay.
would you expect with the largest
Okay. So
semiconductor out there?
I'm going to ask you a question, and once again, I might have to answer this for you. But okay, if I had $100, how would I split my $100? Oh, you can't say. You can't say.
No, no, yeah,
No,
you
you
asked
can't.
that
Okay.
before.
So I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it for you guys. To be honest, just do $25 each. $25 Intel, $25 TSM, $25 Nvidia, and $25 AMD. And you can't lose, right? You bet on all the horses, right? They're all going to be in business for a long time, right? Don't you think?
Wait, what were the 4 recommendations that you made again? Just the
So
four.
if I had $100 to invest right now and I was going to buy chip makers, right? I would just buy all 4. Like I wouldn't put more. Like I mean, right
But
now the way I'm
why
investing.
would you go all in on semiconductors? That's crazy. You know, it's a
What?
cyclical industry. It's a very cyclical industry. Like sometimes they're making it rain, which is right now because there's a shortage. But then other times they're overproducing, so it's like everyone's gonna lose money on it.
But in the
It's
future, you don't think there's going to be more and more demand? Like, aren't they going to be able to just get, because like more and more like smart homes, smart
right.
devices, like this.
But the
So
thing is,
don't you
for
think?
them, they build out the production. Like they spend a lot of capex building it out, and then there's an overproduction, and it cycles in and out. Like it goes up and down. Like I don't know, 5 years or something like that. It's super quick.
But aren't they like the new oil and gas? Because like it used to be where like our energy was oil and gas, and now it's like literally technology, right?
Right, they're powering everything. I get what you're saying. Like they're the processors that make everything possible. But I would actually not consider them as the energy, like because the oil back then, like in the 1900s, 18 like 75 to like 1920s, it was oil. Oil was the juggernaut, right? Rockefeller, that was his time period. And then they
Railroads.
got yeah, before that it was railroads. I think first it was they were doing it by ship. They had the Commodore, what's his name, Vanderbilt, and then it
Yeah.
switched off to Carnegie with no, not Carnegie, it was someone else. Like his mentor was like Scott, who was like the head of railroads, and then there were a lot of railroad. They overbuilt the railroads. A lot of them collapsed, merged together, and then it became Carnegie, who started with the railroad, then branched off to steel, manufacturing steel, and then we had other Carnegie come in, where it's like he used it. He made oil and then used the pipelines. Yep. Anyways, these are like history that you could watch in the History Channel. I learned it all on the History Channel. So if you're interested, it's the men who built America. I don't know if you've
All
watched
right.
that.
So no, I'm gonna watch it on History Channel. But
Please. Okay, it's like 6 hours long though, so
oh, I'm gonna
but
do it. I'm a nerd
it
like
is
that.
juicy. It is juicy. I promise you. You'll
Okay.
see
Thank you.
interviews of like Mark Cuban will get in there. Summer Redstone's gonna be there talking about winning. He's an really old guy who's like kind of like a pretty sus guy. You know who he is? He's the chairman of Viacom.
Okay. I didn't know
Uh,
that.
but yeah, lots of good interviews in there.
Okay, so someone's asking me about the advice you gave me. They're asking about how to borrow under 2%. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the Interactive Brokers. Give me 1 second. You've never used Interactive Brokers though, right?
Nope. No, I've
Okay.
never used it, but I convinced a friend to use it just so I could kind of see how it looks. So it gets confusing. But yeah.
Second, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it so this person can. Basically, it's Interactive Brokers. If you click on my profile link, I have it, and that's how you get the loan that's under 2%. But um, you don't use any margin, right? Do you want to talk about your use of margin? You don't believe
No,
in margin?
no margin because I got so much
Why?
cash.
You don't want
Yeah.
it dips? You don't want it dips? You don't want to use a little bit of margin? Buy a little more when it's really
Oh
cheap?
no. So if it falls, right? If we get a market crash, yeah, I'll probably will go in margin once we're down a lot.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so
No, because
go
that's what
elaborate.
leverage is. That's what leverage is. Leverage, margin. It's all timing. Like you're comparing it to the cost of borrowing. And it's only mortgage plus HOA fee, no rent for the space.
I just had to find this. So there we go. So even if you have less than
That's
100
awesome.
grand, Yeah.
1.5.
So I'm in this tier right now, and my goal, I'm not that far away. Like I will hopefully have $1 million in my interactive broker, and then I can borrow at 0.75%. So if you guys want to come along for the ride, I think I need another 2 years. Give me 2 more years, and I'll have $1 million in interactive brokers, and then someone will come and rob me.
But what are you gonna liquidate to get the $1 million?
What?
$1 million in one
No,
account?
no, I'm gonna have $1 million of stocks. I'll just have $1 million of stocks in my interactive brokers, and then they have a stock lending platform because I don't
I
do
heard.
any options, right? I don't do any derivatives. So if I leave $1 million in interactive brokers and I don't do any like options, calls, any of that stuff, they give me 45,000. They give you 4.5%, $45,000 a year of just passive income, and I could still borrow. Like that's why capitalism is rigged. Let's just talk about how rigged capitalism is once you have $1 million. Because let's be honest, dude.
It's crazy that they're giving you $45,000 because Robinhood doesn't, right? So Robinhood's
No,
pocketing that.
nope, nope,
Because
nope.
they're doing the lending. They're definitely doing the lending if you're a
Yeah,
margin with Robinhood.
yep,
So
yep, yep.
interesting that
But,
at least
but
interactive
isn't
brokers is rewarding people.
isn't capitalism kind of like there really is economy of scales. Like it's so much easier to make $1 million when you have $1 million. Like don't you agree?
Right. It's relative to like median living expenses. Once you have enough median a portfolio big enough to overcome the median living expenses, then it gets easy. And I think for most people that number is $1 million. If you go to a third world country, it's obviously a lot less. You could probably get by with $500,000. So it changes. It's a factor of the living expenses. Can you get over the hump of the living expenses and exceed it? That way your portfolio grows over
Yeah.
time.
Because I want to be honest, because I'm a guy, I'm not a female. I don't have to buy nice things. I could literally live off of 45 grand. If
I
interactive broke, obviously I would have to live rent free in California because that's not including rent. But if I had $45,000 of disposable income, that's pretty much all I really need as
that's
long as I don't.
that's all I spend, dude. I think that's
Yeah,
my annual expenditures, like around
yeah, it's
50K.
45 grand, and that's me like splurging, but not including
Yeah,
rent. Not including rent. And
that
I'm not going
includes
to
rent.
include
So
health
that already
insurance.
includes my rent. My rent's in there.
Oh, wow. How cheap is your rent?
So this one's like 1650.
Wow. For a 2 bedroom or a 1 bedroom?
2 bedroom, 1.5 bath.
That's smart. Okay. And then do you rent the other room or you don't?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, you're a baller.
I
You're a
turned into an
baller.
office.
Okay.
It's an office. It's an office.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I have a 3 bedroom that I was living in the master, but then I was renting two of the rooms. So I had a master bedroom, and once I collected all my rent, it was like I was paying like $300 or $400. But now
Uh,
I live with Annie, so no rent for now. Just
so someone said their rent is $600. Are you living by
that's
yourself
good.
or
That's a good
600
deal
is
though.
yeah. I've seen studios at 1,000, 1,100 but you're in the ghetto there. 1,100 studio. You're at Inglewood, Compton. So I
Yeah,
don't know where you're
yeah,
paying 600. So someone is saying they're paying 600 for a 2 bedroom. That's
yeah. In
crazy.
like Texas or in look at this. Someone has a mortgage for $441. Like if
Indiana.
you're outside in Indiana, yeah. See, in Indiana. So,
Someone
but
is
yeah, the best
850, and
hustle.
people are just shouting out their rents. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, that's cheap. And so the best one though is living with your parents. If you can live with your parents for 5 years, that's the way to
Yeah.
do it. Live with your parents, buy a bunch of stocks in crypto, and wow, only $1,000 for a studio in Portland. That's really good. Portland's not a bad place to live, and there's no state tax or sales tax. No sales tax in Portland.
But if you live with your parents, it's gonna be kind of hard to explain when you try to bring chicks over. Like you're like, oh yeah, I got like really old roommates. We
Dude,
gotta
just
take
get a
care of
hotel. I have a homie who their parents have like a multi-million-dollar house in Newport,
that. Right.
and he made the mistake of moving out and paying like 2 grand for his own studio. And he's
Right.
like, "Oh my god, I'm so stupid. My parents are asleep most of the time. So when I bring the chicks back, like they don't even know they're asleep."
That's
And then
hilarious.
the rest of the time he just gets a hotel. Like he just get, he's like, all right, like let's go travel. You tell him, let's go on a trip, and you just get a hotel.
That's yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's still expensive though. So now you're renting for like, I don't know, $200 a weekend, something like that. $250.
1275 for a 2-bedroom. They're saying 1275,
Oh, that's
$1,275.
where is that?
Portland. For Portland, that's a nice. It's like Portland's like Seattle. It's super nice. That's really cheap, man.
I've never been to Portland. I've never been to Portland.
Enjoy your low rent. What's gonna happen? This is why you guys need to give money to meet Kevin, because a bunch of Californians are gonna leave and they're gonna come to Portland, and then your rent's gonna be $2,000. Everyone with cheap rent in Indiana. If California gets worse and the prices of California keeps going up, we're going to come to your state, and then all your rents are going to go up.
I will leave LA if like, let's say I lose. Actually, I could leave LA right now. It's just I can't because my family's here. My fiance's family's here, so I'm really stuck. I'm going to USC, so I'm really stuck here. I wanted to leave LA though for the longest of times, but
Florida is going to have a lot of Californians and New Yorkers. All the New Yorkers are going to Florida.
Places without any state taxes: Florida, Texas, Nevada, and Washington. And I think there's others, but those are the ones
I think New Hampshire. New Hampshire or Delaware.
There's a bunch of others, but those are the ones that I was targeting,
Yeah.
Those are all great. I'm willing to move there. Prices are good. Sorry?
Yeah. Those are all great places to invest in real estate.
Yeah. That's exactly why I want to move in them. But I was curious on Texas because I didn't know if they were good rental properties since taxes there were high. But
all right, so my friend Kristen Decker wants to do a live stream. Do you know how much longer you want to go?
Oh, dude, I could just book it. I'm a bit tired. I'm hungry.
Okay, let's go later though. I want to do another live stream with you later tonight if you're available. I have your number so I can text you. But yeah, I want to do more live streams with you, especially if you have the availability. Yeah. Can we set up something at least once a week that we do this?
Yeah, we could do that. You could do it. I can't go later tonight because my fiance's gonna come pretty soon from work, so
okay, no worries.
Spend time with her. But yeah, we should do it. Yeah.
A certain day. What day are you free? What day are you normally free so we can make it like that's the day that we do our lives if there's a day.
So guaranteed, like if it's at this hour, Mondays to Tuesdays, but Wednesdays to Fridays I'm free anytime. Saturdays and Sundays, it's dependent on whether like I go to my parents' house. Because I go to my parents' house to raid their food. So like I don't take advantage of the rent, but I do take advantage of the food. I barely know how to cook. Do you cook? Do you cook, dude? Like
I do. Annie does most of the cooking, but I do cook. I make Persian food. I know how to make. I know how to cook. Yeah, air fryer, dude. Buy yourself an air fryer, dude. You'll become an instant cook.
I have.
Oh, you have one? Yeah, you just go get pre-marinated meat. Go to the Mexican market, get like the pre-marinated like carne asada and chicken. You just throw it in the air fryer. Yeah,
but the
cleaning. You buy like.
So what about the cleaning of the air fryer? Isn't that a
air fryer is really easy. What you do is you use aluminum foil and you just cover the area with aluminum foil. You air fry it and then you just take out the aluminum foil and you throw it out.
Do that? I didn't know you could do that. Oh,
yeah.
I have.
Yeah, you just use aluminum foil and you don't even have to clean. Like maybe once every 10 times.
Foil would blow up, like like in a microwave. But I guess that's not the case.
Yeah. What's up to King of the South? That's another good person to follow. King of the South. From finance to cook talk. That's what people are talking about. Air fryer stocks. You should buy air fryer stock.
I mean, but look, I just use a bunch of coupons every time I go. Like I have all the digital apps. So like whether it's like a buy one get 50% off at Subway or like the $5.99 deals at Domino's, I know about it. Like I know McDonald's app for like the breakfast, like their deluxe platter for like I don't know two for like $5 or something like that.
Wow. But if you want to get healthy, and you want to save real money, you got to learn how to cook. I'm telling you right now, I save a lot of money because like literally you can get like a week of meat that you would eat for a week and it'd be like $10 or $12.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Like ground beef or something like that, right? And then that's healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know. I bow to you. I mean, I don't know how to cook though, unfortunately. Something
Okay, look, let me
and
let you
fiance doesn't
go.
know either. I'll let you go as well.
But
Hey,
I'll text you. We're gonna do this. So hopefully everyone here, we're gonna try to do weekly TikToks, and most of the time it's gonna be about the financial news and like investing. But we'll do random stuff too. And let me know about your happy hour. We have to do a live stream when we actually meet in person because once again, I feel like I really know you. Like I feel like you're like legit my friend, but like we've only
no,
talked on TikTok. It's
yeah,
hilarious.
no, it's the same feeling for me. Like I feel like you're just one of the people I
Yeah,
grew up
like
with.
I like now legit know you. Like I feel like I've known you for a couple of months, even though it's just TikTok live streams together.
Yeah, you're the first one I did the live stream with,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I got you into it, bro. I got you into it.
you
See,
did, you did, you did.
because I
So
saw you, I was like, this guy's better than me. Like literally, when I saw your TikToks, I'm like, this guy's better than me. I need to jump on his bandwagon before he gets famous, you know? So I can be like, yo, come on my live stream. I know you.
I am not growing in views and followers anymore. Like I think I got like dinged
And so if
because
you guys want a podcast, because they're saying do a podcast, every one of the videos that I do live with Nerd Finance, I will put it on my YouTube. So if you guys really like this stuff, I'll even put in the YouTube channel Nerd Finance. What? Are you gonna go?
All right, can you hear me, guys? All right. Can you guys hear me? So there was one guy that's been waiting for a really long time. Are you still here? Shoot. Christine Decker Zero. If you want to go live and invite me, I added you. So you waited a really long time. You were totally drooling. My bad. First million is the hardest. Seriously. It is, seriously. What is something that I've learned in the past 24 hours? Don't get your crypto loans on Blockify. It's a ripoff. Do it on Celsius. Blockify is a ripoff. Do not do your loans with Blockify. Go to Celsius. Okay, yeah, go live and invite me because I gotta go soon. So we gotta do this quick. My roommates hate me. I've been going live for a long, long time. So Blockify has a loan fee. Hold on, let me go ahead and do this. The problem with Blockify is they tell you it's 4.5% interest, but then they charge 2% more.
Hello. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I was waiting till you got done.
Okay, cool. So what did you want to ask me? I appreciate you waiting.
No, I was going to ask you. I have a job interview tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never really
Yeah.
done well with job interviews, so I don't know if I can give you good advice on job interviews.
No, I'm not very good with it. I'm not good with it either.
Okay. Well, I believe you'll be fine. Don't worry.
I'm glad we're friends.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Do you do any investing? Do you do any stocks or crypto? Or not yet?
No, I just quit my other job not too long ago, like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you're just now looking for a new job.
Yeah, I'm just not. Now I have an interview tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and
Okay.
it's at Arby's.
Okay, Arby's. There we go. Hopefully it works out. What are they paying now? Is it 15 or is it less than 15?
I don't know. I don't know about Arby's. I mean, I like Arby's food. I mean, I order their food like all the time.
Me too.
Yeah. So, when I was talking to the manager, I think it was the other day or a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it was like a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to him. He said, "Well," he goes, "Are you looking for a job?" And I'm like, "Yeah." and then he's like, well, I don't know if he works certain hours because of my social security.
Nice.
So he's like, well, we'll talk. He's like, well, we could. He goes, what hours you want to work? I said, I want to work like 10 in the morning to like 3 in the afternoon. He said, well, we'll talk about it in the interviews. So there's a
All right. Well,
possibility.
I'm rooting for you. When you go in your interview, can you do me a favor though? When you go in your interview, you got to go in there and you got to be like, YOLO, never sell. YOLO, never sell.
I know, but I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous about it because everybody keeps saying, "Don't be nervous about it. You'll be okay." Because I can't start I can't start right away. I have to wait for 2 weeks because I gotta have transportation back and forth to work. I gotta have my paperwork for my W-2 forms and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, they say if there's a will, there's a way. So if you believe in yourself and you have the will, you'll find the way. That's what I believe in. So if you believe in yourself and you truly want it, you'll get it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I already have my stuff out for tomorrow. I got a
Okay.
nice shirt. Yeah, I got a nice shirt I'm gonna be wearing. Probably wear my black pants, my dress pants, and then some.
Do me a favor. If you get the job, message me. I'm gonna buy Arby's stock. Okay. I'll actually buy the company stock, but only if they hire you. All right. And I don't know how many stock I need to buy, but if I buy a lot, they have to listen to me. That's not
Oh,
how it works. If the more stock you own, the more they gotta listen to you.
yeah, but I never, I never worked at Arby's before.
You'll be
So,
fine. If you like the food, you'll be fine. I feel like if you like the food, you like the location, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
well, see, the bad thing is when I was
Hey, why don't
talking to
you
them,
use me as a reference? You should use me as a reference. You want to put down, you could say you did some real estate management for me. You could put me down as a reference.
I could.
There you go. You could say you were
Yeah,
my property manager.
I
What state are
could.
you in?
Who, me?
Yeah, what state? Yeah.
Ohio, Akron, Ohio.
Ohio? Okay, perfect. My dad's a Buckeye. He went to Ohio State, and my mom is a Buckeye. They went to Ohio State.
Oh, I love Ohio State. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You know,
we go to all
you
the
know,
football games. We love Ohio State football.
yeah, but when I go in tomorrow, I'm gonna when I sit down and talk to the general manager, I'll be like, do we get time? Do we get time for vacation days? Do we get paid for vacation days? How many years do I have to work to get paid for? Go on vacation because I want to go on vacation next year in Florida.
Nice. I love Florida. That's like where everyone from Ohio goes. Florida.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I've been to Florida before. I just got back for vacation. That was last year before this COVID
Yeah,
started.
nice. All right, talking about Arby's has made me really hungry, so I'm gonna go get some food because it's dinner time here in California. It's around 5. But I appreciate you coming, and if you
Okay.
want to come back on and let us know how it goes, let me know. And if you get the job, I'll buy some Arby's stock.
Okay, I'll just message you and I'll tell
Okay,
you about my job.
appreciate it. Thank you for coming on.
Okay, you're welcome. No problem.
Bye. Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so we are we all gonna do this? Let's all pump RB stock. Hey, King of the South, I know you wanted to talk about Voyager really quick. Do you want to do that right now or do you want to do it another time? I'm like starving, but I can do another 5 or 10 minutes if you want to talk about your Blockify. Yeah, no worries, man. It's cool. I love TikTok, man. Okay, go ahead. Invite me. Let's just do it right now. Let's get this over with because I know you've been waiting for a while. Let's get this over with, and then I'm legit gonna go to Arby's. I'm seriously gonna go to Arby's, dude. She sold me. I'm gonna go to Arby's for food. Dude, Arby's is good, man. Sometimes you know, like a little bit of Arby's. I usually don't eat fast food. I try not to eat fast food, but that Arby's talk got me hungry. All right, cool, man. Invite me, and we will talk about cryptos. Okay, I'll make a TikTok of me going to Arby's. I will do that. All right, so King of the South is trying to buy crypto on Voyager. So he's going to invite me on this live stream and we're going to talk. And then eventually I need, what's your name? Jolly, I need you to learn how to use Voyager as well. So when I'm not available, I'm going to tell people to live stream with Jolly on how to use Voyager. McDonald's is a great stock. McDonald's is great. Any big pump and dumps. We're going to pump Arby's stocks. Everyone here, when I give you the word, we're going to pump Arby's to the moon. Arby's stock to the moon, guys. That's our next pump and dump. That would be hilarious if like a TikTok, you know how they have Wall Street bets? My TikTok becomes the next. All right, here we go. I love El Toro. That's funny. So they have El Toro in Miami then, huh? But yeah, El Toro is great. Hey,
What's up?
what's up, man? All right, let's do this. How can I help you with
that
your
Arby's conversation, huh?
Have you ever had people like that? I know you have a lot of interesting people on your live stream. Have you ever had someone like that come on your live stream and do that?
Not really. Like I really don't like live stream with too many people I don't know, honestly. Like I
Okay.
really don't. Like it'll be like people that I know.
She waited in my live stream for like 2 hours. So it's like, I have to do it. If someone waits in my live stream for 2 hours and has the ability to go live, I will not reject you. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Bro, like hey.
Oh, you cut out. Oh, I guess we're not going to talk crypto. Hey, but I mean, to be honest, I'm glad she did that because I'm going to go eat at Arby's. And I might buy the stock. I might buy Arby's the stock. It's not me, man. It's definitely not me. I have good internet. I don't know what happened to King of the South. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Can you hear me or no? Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Anyone hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. It's not low volume. Okay, let me fix the audio. Okay, the audio should be higher. Okay, so if King of the South doesn't invite me in like 2 minutes, I'm going to go get some Arby's, guys. So I'll wait 2 minutes for King of the South. We got 2 minutes and then I'm bouncing. I'm going to go eat. All right, it looks like no, I like to cook at home. I'm telling you right now, he's no longer king. I'm telling you right now, the easiest way to get into shape. Oh, I have never heard of Emacs, but I try to eat a lot of vegetables. I stir fry a lot of vegetables. I try to air fry a lot of meat. But honestly, if you're trying to get in shape and you're trying to save money, just cooking at home, best way to get in shape. I think your internet's bad, King.
Is it working now?
Now it is. What's up with your internet? Is that like a Houston thing?
I don't know. Like sometimes it cuts in and out, bro. I have the crappiest internet sometimes.
By the way, this is 4.5%. If you're doing the stock yield program, it's
Can, Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. So let's go over your Voyager. What are some questions you have with Voyager?
All right. So look, the question I had, bro, was I know you said don't sell, but I wasn't really like worried about selling right away. But I wanted to know is when you go, like, say for instance, when you go, I'm gonna go like to either or Ethereum. When you go to sell, so do you do when you go to you have market and you have limit, right? To get the
You do
best
the
or to get
limit.
the most out
Don't
of
do
it.
the market. Yeah, you want to do limit. Don't do market. Market is always going to be really bad. So what you do is you set a limit, and like,
Mhm.
okay, let's just say what's your price? What's the price you want to get out of Ethereum? Do you know like what price you want to sell it at?
No, no. Well, I'm not trying to sell it right now. I was just like, because I was trying to take money out of it and put it in something else, but I'm not going to sell anything in it. I'm going to leave it there for now.
Okay. So what I would do is let's just say Ethereum is $3,000, right? So you can do a market, and usually it's not with Voyager. So when Ethereum is 3,000, it's not going to give you 3,000. It'll do like 2,900. But if you set a limit for 3,000, then when it actually like hits the amount for you to get 3,000, it will do it. So I say use limits
Right.
unless you're buying and you really want to buy the asset. Because sometimes if you set a limit, it may not hit that limit and then you're not able to buy it. But for selling, it's always better to just wait for the limit to hit.
So, like, so if I did it, like, say I did it on this, like, would I be like, I put it in here or here somewhere?
I would probably put in the dollar amount you would actually I would just put in Ethereum for the limit. You can put 3,000 or whatever you want. When you go to limit, there should be a limit tab,
Right.
and you should be able to put in whatever price you want, and then you just have to wait. And what's cool is it automatically does the trade for you when it hits that price. So you can be sleeping because that's the problem. Crypto is 24 hours. The market price you always get screwed on on Voyager. Sorry, Voyager has like some of the worst market prices. So if you can wait, if you're not trying to fire sell, it's always better to do limit and just wait for it to hit that higher limit.
But how do you set? So, like, if I put the number in here though, and I slide it, it's gonna accept it. So I can't like, how am I gonna do that?
No, you put it in for a higher price, right? And then it waits till it hits the higher
Right.
price. So like put in right now if you want, put Ethereum for 4,000 because it's not going to hit 4,000 anytime soon, and then you can cancel the order if you change your mind. But right now, go ahead and put in an order for like $50. You'll get 4,000. People didn't
So if
realize
I
it.
put, so like right
Yeah,
here.
if you're buying market, yeah, put 4,000. Put 4,000 for
So
the limit. Or is that 30? Did you put 4,300?
I put 4,300.
Yeah. So go ahead and try like a $50 sale. $50 of Ethereum at 40 at whatever. And you just slide it, and now it'll automatically do it for you when it. Yeah. So what? Just put $10 or put $5. Put $5 and sell it at $5.
Where total goes, right?
Did it work? Did it go through? It should
It has to
work.
be $10. I gotta put $10. You gotta
Okay,
put
so
ten
you have to do a
dollars.
minimum of $10. So minimum $10 trade. There you go. And this is good that you're doing this because yeah, if you're using Voyager, please use the limit because the market they always screw you unless you made a ton of money. If you made a ton of money and you want to get out, then use the market. But please do
So
what
do
King
I
of the South
need
is
to
doing.
set? So do
Huh?
I need to set limit for 4,000 up here though?
Yeah, put 4,000 for the no, that's the what you get paid out on. You want to sell Ethereum at
Because look, I
4,000.
put $10 right now, and it's not letting me do it.
Because I don't think you're on limit. Are you on limit or not? Are you on limit
Yeah,
or
I'm
are
on
you on
limit.
market?
I'm on limit.
Yeah, so then
No, I'm
set
on limit.
Ethereum. Yeah, and you set Ethereum to 4,000, so you're good. So slide it now. Slide it. Go ahead, slide it.
I I did. It's not going. I mean, I put the $10 sell like you said. I can't like.
Uh-huh.
It's not letting me do it.
What does it say when you slide it? Try $15 maybe. I don't know why it's doing that, but there
It
might be a
says
minimum.
total order must be greater than the $10 equal to in the account, I guess.
It's just then just do $11. That's why. I think you have to do $11. Try $11 and it should go through.
It says it's been submitted.
There you go. It's good now. So now when Ethereum hits that price, it'll sell for you automatically. And if you want, now you can go and cancel the order and you can put a lower price if you want to get out at a lower price. But you did it. You have the order now. So it'll automatically do it for you if it hits that price.
It says limit sell. It has limit sell
Yeah,
on there.
good. Yeah, on your order. There you go. You see that? You did it. You did it. Congratulations.
So
you just did a limit order.
So okay, I'm a little confused. Hold on. So it says limit price, which is at $33.99 on here though, right?
Yeah, so if it hits $33.99, you'll sell and you'll get your money out.
But it's at 34 right now.
What did you set it at?
Well, you said set it at 4,000, but there was nowhere to set it at 4,000.
Well, I'm not sure. So what price is it set right now?
Look. On here it says it's at 34, right? It says it's
but they give you a lower. You got to wait for it to go up a little bit higher, and then your order will go through. Your order will go through. You have to just wait. You have to just wait for it to go up a little higher, and then the order will go through.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay.
Do you really want to get your money out? Yeah, if you really want to get your money out, then just do a market. What is it? A market, and you'll immediately get the money out.
Yeah. Okay, and reason I'm saying is because look, I do have money on Dogecoin, right? So I'm waiting for it to go back up, and then I'm gonna pull some more profit out of it. So that's why I'm asking, so I can do it. Do I do that through limit?
Yeah, limit is always, you're gonna get the best price if you do limit. If you're in a hurry, you do market. And the main thing, the way for you to
because I know Dogecoin is more like a gamble. So like I'm trying to make sure I get my money out of that one quicker.
Yeah. So go ahead once again. Yeah, exactly. For your Dogecoin, if you want to take some money out and maybe use a market order, but once again, you're going to get a better price if you can use a limit.
Yeah. So like, okay, I get what you're saying. But it's like
do small amounts. My advice for you, because the maximum you can do is $10, do a market order at $10 and then do a limit order at $10. So you can experiment. You know what I mean? You might as well just experiment. Market for $10, because that's actually the best way to do it. Like, let's say you have a certain price.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody over here.
Let's say you want to sell at $100, right? So I would go ahead and set a limit at $100.
Yeah. I hear you.
But anyways, just sell a little bit of it, and if you need to get more, just mess around with it and you'll figure it out. Like, because this is your first time doing it, the more and more you use it, it'll become really easy. It'll become second nature.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to get off because like I got my speaker thing here wet, so I can barely hear you right now. It got wet, so like
okay, no worries.
We're gonna do a live, okay?
Okay, cool. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Later, bro.
Dude, that comment. Dude, that comment literally cracked me up. Dude, that comment was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, for everyone that has trouble, dude, there were so many good ones. Everyone that has trouble, just, you just keep trying, and he like that King of the South guy will figure it out. Like, he's just a little like, not 100% there. But once he does like one or two sales, he'll know what he's doing. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna go eat. Thank you very much for coming on this live stream. Greatly appreciate it. And I will try to do another live stream tomorrow morning. And check out the YouTube. We have all my live streams are on YouTube. So if you get bored and you want to hear from me, just go on my YouTube channel and you can put on one of the old live streams and listen to me talk about stuff. Yeah, crypto is not. Yeah, crypto's not instant profits. But dude, you guys' comments are hilarious. Like literally, like the comments is what keeps me on these live streams. Some of these live streams are so great, man. So I really appreciate your guys' comments. I'm gonna go grub. Thank you very, very much.